Okay. Well, Pirates versus Amazulu. Uh, Spanish versus Spanish. We'll see which one has the strongest Spanish right now. Between Pablo Franco Martin and also Jose Rivero. Um, let's see how this game goes. Let's see. Is Amazulu going to be able to take another scalp? Oh, Nazo, already the high press. Oh, already the high press. Pirates winning the ball back high, crossing the ball in, and then Masangwani just couldn't get on the end of it. 30 seconds in. I saw the Mbala thing, agent. Mbala with the red card. You can't be doing that a lot, but it's fine. It's fine. How was it? What happened? I'm only going to watch the match tomorrow. What happened? Okay, so Pirates again, they're gonna press Amazulu high, essentially. That's what they're gonna do in this game. And they've already been semi-successful with it. So let's see what happens. Oh, Hollander. Let me give you the starting lineups while we are here. Velimo Twainko, Diosta Hanamu Phyllis, a man who scored versus Kaizer Chiefs, Mpahlele Kumete, Muswari, Brooks, Dion, Ekstein, and Mbanjwa. Mbanjwa. That is the starting lineup of the Amazulu. On the other side, for Pirates, Pirates is pressing them, eh? Pirates is pressing this team. Last man, and he tackled and missed it. Can't make that mistake elsewhere. And then on the Orlando Pirates side, Buthelezi in goal, Kokinda, Munyani, and Hoto in the defense, Baloni and Munare in the middle, Masangwani, Loch, Mahopa, and Erasmus in front right now. He seems to be persisting with the 4 up front thing that he was doing. So let's see what happens. Al Ali, just snuck through 3-3 in the AFL. They almost looked like they were going to be knocked out there. Had to score in the 76th minute. Of course, they'd done a 2-2 draw over in Tanzania on their side. And then Sundowns, of course, is playing Petro de Luanda. They've got a 2-goal cushion from the first leg away. So Petro de Luanda has to score 2 goals, in order to send it into some sort of extra time. And Sundowns is 1 man down. So we'll see what happens. But in terms of this match, Pirates, Amazulu, Pirates have been on the attack. They have been pressing Amazulu all the way back. Let's see what happens. Ndlondlo is on the bench, as well as Saleng. They are available. He might want to give him a run later on. Lerato, I'm going to ignore that message. I'm ignoring that message. Don't tell me about big team. I'm ignoring that message. Let's see that everything is working everywhere else. Okay, I think we're good. Unfortunately, guys, I can't show you my screen or the match because of copyright. Last thing I want to do is to be banned, guys. Hey. Being banned is not nice. And at the end of the day, you lose out on time. Yeah, Amazulu has their backs against the walls. Didn't play a pretty game versus Kaizer Chiefs, to be honest with you. It was possibly the most boring game I've watched this year. Yeah, Amazulu and Kaizer Chiefs in the Carling knockout. Amazulu wasn't really there. They didn't really pitch up until, I'd say, the last 20 minutes or so. They started pushing forward, but for the most part, that lack of a striker really did hurt them. They had more possession, they had more passes than Kaizer Chiefs, but for all of that, they didn't look like they could threaten anyone. Pirates, on the other hand, was playing the worst team in the league, Cape Town Spurs. But they were quiet for a bit. I think it's good for Pirates to get away from home just a little bit. I mean, they've played their last 5 games at home, and you could tell that the fans were starting to get a type of way. They were starting to get a type of way, and it was starting to mess with how they played, right? So it's good to get away. It's good to take a trip They had Moses Mabhida take a trip, get out of there because Escotini was starting to become a toxic place for the team that they had to lift up. So maybe they just need to go away for a bit. When they come back, I think the Paris fans will be fine and they'll be able to do stuff. Wade Yosta just got a yellow card. Just got a yellow card. Okapile Erasmus. A bit harsh, but it's okay. Still studs, I guess. It still studs, but he didn't really catch him. Oh, Abuti, how are you? How are you, Abuti? These games are the weird games, man. Tuesday night. But it does look like people came out. It seems from this angle, there's some people out there. So, you know, you wonder how these games are going to play out. It would be nice to see these games, but I guess they're a bit cramped in terms of fixtures, with the Carling knockout being added, with AFCON happening in January. They're a bit cramped, but we'll see. Very interesting on Pirates' side. Like I said, they were playing Cape Town Spurs. Took a while to get going, but when they finally got it, they got their 2 goals and kind of relaxed. Cape Town Spurs had moments at the beginning where they showed that they could also bite a little bit. But of course, when you're the last team in the league, when you're 0-0 versus Pirates, after a certain time, you're like, hey man, I've done too much, I've done enough for the day. And you sit back and defend. So I think that's what happened. Pirates was able to take advantage. I'm still not sold on that front 4. Makgopa, Erasmus, Masangwanye and Lodge. Obviously, Lodge having played his first game back. Erasmus has had some games. Makgopa as well. Maybe he's had 2 games where he's come in. So maybe it's just down to Makgopa and Lodge not being all the way integrated into the team. But I'm still not sold, man. It feels as though they're crowding. And Ndondlo remains on the bench, which means that Nda becomes the playmaker of the team. It's so interesting to watch Unda running the team and looking for those long balls out to Lodge when he can. Lodge does drop a little bit deep nowadays, but I think it's just because they were out of rhythm. So let's see if they can catch a sort of rhythm in this game. Cross in, dealt with by Amazulu. Yeah, Amazulu is going to be here to defend. I think Pirates is going to get whatever confidence that they need to get from this game. They're going to be given it because Amazulu is not playing, guys. They're not playing. They're not here. They're not here. Pablo Franco, even though he's done so well in the past few games, I mean, he's got win versus Kaizer Chiefs, loss versus Swallows, draw versus Polokwane, and 2 wins versus Cape Town City and TS Galaxy. I mean, he's doing relatively okay. Relatively okay. Let's see. Hey, my brother, I don't have enough data at work for the lives. Unlucky, Hauser, unlucky. Shiga. I'm good. Sanmanani, oh, Ndlula ni paga, Ndlula ni guys. Ndlula is bored. But when Sundowns realize that Mvala is a liability, 2 minutes in the game and the guy gets a red card. Do you know what else you need to see, guys? What else you need to see when you're speaking about the Sundowns game? Look at what happens when Sundowns plays real teams. And Petro is not necessarily the best team out there, you know, in Africa. But look at what happens. Look at the red card opportunities. When I speak about these things, people say that, I'm making it too easy. But look at the opportunities that other teams are getting. Yeah? Look at how they're playing. Look at the red cards, the penalties that are given away. So, hey, these PSL teams will just sit back. But anyway, unfortunately, not in Kwano. You'll have to watch it on 202 or the DSTV stream app. That's all I'm allowed to say. Today, we must cuddle the ball and look for spaces, create goal-scoring opportunities. Abuti, I want to see if you guys can create the fast game for yourselves. I think the challenge for Pirates, what's going to be the challenge for Pirates is going to be whether, or when a game are you able to lift the game up and play at the pace that Pirates plays at by yourselves? I think if Pirates can figure out how to self-start unstoppable in the league. I think they would really challenge Sundowns, right? Here we go, attack. Ooh, what a ball, Lodge. Hey, he tried to place that one, eh? So that's what you need to see. Will Pirates be able to up the tempo themselves? Because up to this point, you'll find a game and they'll be low and they'll be frustrated up until there's a penalty or up until something happens, the other team scores or things like that. But I think if Pirates can figure out how to just get up and go on their own and play at the high tempo, they're going to kill teams. I don't think you guys can play quiet. Trey, I'm good, Trey. I'm good. When are we playing? Let's see. Kaizer Chiefs. Is it on the weekend? Let me just check. Kaizer Chiefs is going to play on Saturday. Golden Arrow. Yo, Golden Arrows. Could be a baptism of fire for a certain coach. But Asiko Lapo. Let's see what Sundowns is doing. It's still 0 on Sundowns' side. They've got possession. They're in charge. This Amazulu has still... They had a throw-in that went into the box. That's pretty much how dangerous they've been this match. Mahopa must pick up his socks. I don't know. Can Mahopa play in this? You know, I think Pirates had done a very good balancing act of having Lepasa and Asaleng, where Lepasa is more of a striker, you know, and then Usaleng obviously is on the wing. And I think they complemented each other. But now that those two are off the pitch, can they do the same balance ka Mahopa and Kai Rasmus? I think Mahopa is a striker, proper striker in the vein of Lepasa. But when he's standing there with the Rasmus who's moving around and he's asked to do certain things, I don't know if he understands his role currently. And that just may come down to time, guys. That's all. It's time. He'll get it eventually. But yeah, we'll see. Like I said, that front four doesn't gel as much as when they're playing like with Mfukeng there. Mfukeng and Dutito. They love each other. They play so well with each other. But I guess Nolochi corner. Loch is a big match player. Moses way. That's what you called him. Moses. All pit bulls are out. Pirates left with puppies and black label. Can you say it's really pit bulls, man? Can you say it's really pit bulls? I was surprised by Sundowns. You get surprised by Sundowns because obviously best team in the league. But they do get knocked out. They usually go out for semi-finals, finals. So that was shocking. Can't speak about the Kaizer Chiefs. Can't speak about the Super Sport because Gavin Hunt told us 9-9 Guti doesn't care about cup competitions. He's a league man. He's a league anataba with these cup competitions. I believe he said they're for the bosses. So the bosses need them. It's not necessarily his thing. He just wants to keep the position in the league. So, you know, can we say Kiri Pitbull? Can we say? And Hape, you'll never know. Maybe there's a giant killer. I'm sure Culling is holding its breath. Yeah, I'm sure they are holding their breath, trying to make sure, they're wishing that Pirates goes through. Because if Pirates gets knocked out, they're going to lose so much money on a small final. You know? You don't trust your team. My team? No. But lack of a better word, no. And it's Kevin Johnson's first. It will be Kevin Johnson's first match in charge. At least he's gotten some days nyana with the team. Let's see if anything really changes. Let's see if there's a new manager bounce. Go Chiefs. But I don't trust them. Golden Arrows is playing out their minds currently. Shot. Yeah, Amazulu is gonna get beaten. If Pirates don't score in this first half, Amazulu is gonna steal it. If Pirates don't score with all of this pressure that they're putting on Amazulu. If they don't score, it's done. How are you doing, King Ronald? But Golden Arrows is promising, very promising. I'm still wondering if the game is worth it to watch. Which game, Trey? Which game? The Golden Arrows one. Coach must give Sesane a chance also. Hey, Awuti Pela, Moki Liki mo. Kodi Cup seeing you guys are on fire, but Koli King, you tend to be a little bit inconsistent. So I can say if you're going to give people chances, that's meant to be a yellow card on Mahopa. That's meant to be a yellow card on Mahopa. Did they give it to him? Or are they still tending to the keeper? As long as Kevin feels relevant players is going to do a good job. Oh, this Pirates game. It's slow, guys. You know how Amazulu plays. You know how Amazulu plays. You know that they're a bit slow on that side. Oh, Ndumiso, but you're here though. I don't know. I don't know who I am, but you're here. So thank you. Thank you for the support. Okay, guys, let's see. They didn't show me a yellow card. Yeah. Mara would make a good 10 and not a striker. Oh, I love you, Tande Gamga. Hey, people are shooting their shots. Go stadium. Hey, KZN is built different, guys. Somebody had a sign saying I love you to someone. That's very interesting. Let's see. Oh, Mahopa. You think it'd be a better 10? I don't know. I remember watching Mahopa under 23. It was the under 23 Abumkwena. He was with Abumkwena. I think was it the Olympics? And I was like, he is an incredible striker. What a great striker. But then it's like, he got to, I don't know if it's because maybe he chose the wrong team or something, but I see him as a striker. And I remember wanting him, even got Chiefs for a little bit. But yeah, he fell off quite a bit there. Let's see. I'm not happy with the kit colors. It's like a clash. Marakiro, you guys have to wear your pistachio green jersey. Yeah? Do you guys keep pistachio green jersey? You have to wear it at some point. But it's fine. I think it's enough contrast, guys. It's enough contrast. Oh, Phillies. He looks like he pulled something. Oh, he landed awkwardly. Let's see. Bangover says wrong team. That's why I'm like, I think he was coming along right. And like, I feel like Pirates must send him on that Gavin Hunt. You know, that Gavin Hunt development program. They must just loan him out to Gavin and let Gavin Keneka him like he did with Lipasa. You know, I think that could help. Kapinga Karim to start the game with Adisa. That too is proper position, then Chiefs will be lethal. We need a cup game with these players. Hey, Wamnanduk by Pirates, eh? We need a cup game because I'm all MTN in the pocket. Okay. We see you guys. We see you. That Gavin Hunt program really helps. Yeah. Gavin Hunt, summer camp. Go to Super Sport. He'll connect you and then you'll come back firing. No, he's done. Phillies is out. He's done. He's injured himself. The man who scored versus Kaizer Chiefs, by the way, is Hoto a defender. I get about it, he's a defender. He's meant to be a left back, but he plays a lot like a left wing. And I think the point is that he needs to allow someone to be able to tuck in. So I think that's why Hoto's on the pitch. But yeah, your coach loves him. Rivero loves playing him. We'll see if Amazulu actually wake up and start playing some football, what happens. But if Amazulu is not going to come to the party, Hoto is going to be a striker. But on the team sheet, they say he's left back. Is Lipasa good though? Hey, his first touch for me is disappointing. But let's look at the history of Pirates, man. Let's look at the history of Pirates. Here's my thing. Pirates has always had strikers that, hey, I want a first touch. Bazi palik pela. Think about Juju. Think about Lennox Batela. Think about those guys where Pirates, I've been saying Pirates is at its best when it plays like a Kasi team. I don't know if you guys see that. They play like a Kasi team. Mawudlala Kasi, they tell you the fastest players are on the wing. Like Abo Gautrain, Abo Saleng, Abo Banban. And it's usually one wing that's faster than the other, and the other one is more technical. In the middle, you have a destroyer and a distributor. Up front, he out-tests Ipali. You just know Ipali. Doesn't need to trap, doesn't need to run, doesn't need to do whatever. No, shocked I was to see Lepasa playing on the wing during the final. I was like, man, why is Lepasa running on the wing? Why are you making him run that side? That man is a box man. He just needs to, somehow trap and stop it and shoot. That's all you need to do. Otto is a left wing back. He's a left wing back, I know, but he plays like a left wing, like a fully left wing. What's your take on Steve Morgan Hunt early cup exit? Sometimes we overhype coaches. Steve was shocking. Steve's one was shocking because I believe they lost to Richards Bay. But then Umogen can't play versus small teams. I think Umogen is a big team merchant. He needs the spotlight. He needs the lights to be on him so he can speak his talk and go pound for pound. But it's tough. Going to Amazulu on a random Wednesday, going to Abu Richards Bay on a random Wednesday, those ones are tough. When there's no cameras, when the scouting report is a little bit iffy, that's when, Zulu has come on for Phillies. That's when he struggles. So I think he also knew. That's why he wanted Sundowns, Pirates, or Chiefs, because he can't play versus small teams. It's the curse of the PSL. The small teams wake up for the big teams. That's how it is. The small teams, if you see Chiefs, Pirates, Sundowns on your schedule, you even get even more happier when it's Chiefs because you probably have a better chance of beating them. But he can't do that. Hunt told us a long time ago, guys. Gavin Hunt told us a long time ago that, guys, I prefer the league. I am pushing for league position. I don't care about cups. The cups are not for me, they're for my owners. It's for the owners to look good. And because he's got a small squad, I think he's happy being knocked out. Maybe not in the way they were knocked out. 4-1 is not a way to get knocked out. But maybe in that sense, he was like, you know what? I'm going to cut as many of these competitions as I can because I still have to go play Confed and I still have to go play the league. So I think it's a blessing for him. So, we'll see. We'll see. I don't even know if it's overhyping. Guys, there's tiers to this coaching thing. There's tiers to this coaching thing. There's really elite coaches. Then there's guys who are stability. We call them stability on the show. They're just there to keep you number 6, number 5. And in Dow, you stay there. Every season, you're going to stay right there. And Abo Steve fall into that category. For me, it's a lose for Amazulu. Let Pirates be ruthless and press the ball. Let them run towards goal. And that's what Pirates was doing. Pirates has been pressing this Amazulu side. They've been looking very shaky there at the back. Ethan Brooks has personal problems, always gets cards every second game. Discipline, guys. Discipline. Hey, very important. Chiefs would also play best if they spice up the Kasi flavor. Ninanfuri Kasi flavor. Chiefs are Kasi flavor, guys. Ningaba confused. How you, Uti? Malume Kutso. We have Kasi flavors, coach doesn't allow it. Just dealing with Vala problems. But you guys are fine, guys. It's still what? It's half time. It's still 0-0 in the Sundowns game. What are you guys worried about? Don't be worried about anything, guys. Don't be worried. You've done your job. With Super League inclusion, don't you think Sundowns should give Black Label Cup to B Squad? It depends if you want to win it. I think Rulani might not want to admit it, but there is a bit of pressure. I think to relieve some of the pressure or some of the media scrutiny, he'd need one of the cups. Nedbank, MTN8, AFL, CAF Champions League would be the most amazing one. But he needs a cup, I believe, because that helps with public persona. Did you guys see the video where Urulani is telling everyone, good to know, guys, Anwazi ama-tactics nina, anwazi. I know tactics. Eh? I know I wonder what the question was, Guti, for him to answer like that. But it's like, I know tactics. No, you guys don't know. Amazulu look tired. Amazulu look tired. Amazulu play like this, so they don't even have a striker. So they also struggle in that sense. But what I will say is that they'll play ugly and then they'll steal one. I think if Pirates don't score something, they'll steal one. OT, secret between us, crashing. No. I love Gavin, guys. I love Gavin. Do you know why I love Gavin? I love Gavin because I am not, I don't like suits coaches. I like tracksuit coaches. I like coaches that are smart and everything. They know the game, but they don't need to perform. Like, they don't need to have the big words and stuff. And not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just not something I like. I like those coaches that, like, you know, I'm a Kasi guy. My coach didn't have tactical practices, but he understood us all. He didn't have to explain things. He had a way of showing us. Gavin feels like that type of coach to me. So I prefer those coaches. The coaches that are, hey, about video analysis and this and that and all of that stuff, they're great. They're just not my cup of tea. But also, you can't fight the fact Gavin has 4 league titles with 2 teams that nobody would have thought of, including 3 in a row. No one would have looked at Bidvest. No one would have looked at that SuperSport team and said, they're going to win the league 3 times. So for me, him, Gordon Egerson, Pizzo, they're my top guys. Do you think Marta's attitude problems? I heard from Prati's live. I don't know, but I think he's entitled. And I think the coaches are the reason why Marta has problems. If you're going to carry on playing him, if he speaks anyhow to you, if he does whatever to you, then you're losing. You don't know how to control the dressing room. I think Coach Shivzi controlling the dressing room is very important. So if somebody has attitude and they're going off and you carry on playing them, hi guys. Of course they're going to look at you like, look at this one. What is he saying to me? Yeah, that video make the runs, but that's the truth. Only the team knows what they're doing. I think it was Malume Kutso. We have a WhatsApp group, an overthinking WhatsApp group that you can access via YouTube and having membership on YouTube. But Umalume Kutso put it best in that WhatsApp group. He said, we don't judge you by what you know. We judge you by your results. And we judge you by what we see on the pitch. So yes, you've watched them 5 times, 5 games, each opponent. You've done all of this stuff, all of yada, yada, yada. He was going off great. Mara, grounding sibonani. That's what I'm saying. And he is correct in that, like, there's a lot of prep that goes into that. But, you know, sometimes you need to, I've always been somebody who will go and ask someone who knows nothing about what I'm doing, what their opinion is and what they see. Because sometimes you might not be able to see something, or there might be a rule that you're following. Football, we do this. And somebody from outside, or somebody who doesn't have your stuff or your view, may come in and say, yeah, but what about that thing? And it could change something for you. So I understand him, but also, guys, Dallas Bugeli Paul, guys, Dallas Bugeli Paul. That's why we can predict his changes. That's why we can predict what he's going to do and change here during the match, because what is happening. You get what I mean? And in as much as I may not watch, or we may not watch all of Petro Teluanda's 17 games or whatever games, we've watched Sundowns over and over and over again. You get me? We represent the agent. Where do we watch Sundowns? SABC Plus. The Pirates' problem is similar to what Madrid had at the start of the season. Slow start until problems knock. Yeah, and my question has always been about Uchoze. Can he handle a big squad? Can he handle having 30 players and juggling them? I think getting knocked out of the Champions League was a blessing, a semi-blessing, because it gives him a chance to sit down with these players for another year so that he can experiment like this, then hit the ground running possibly next year. But I think it was going to be an issue getting players ready. And maybe that's why he's starting to play different guys, Abo Mahopa, Abo Erasmus. Maybe he's just trying to make sure that that second team is ready, you know? So Pep isn't your man since he loves suits. Yeah, Pep isn't my man, to be honest with you. Pep isn't a coach that I enjoy the thought behind it, but I'm more of a Klopp person. Like, I'm not a head coach, I'm a hard coach, if that makes sense. I don't understand why Koki and playing long flat passes across the back. Malume Kutso, I told you that Ndlondlo is the most important player. You guys don't have a link man. You don't have a link man. So you have to look wide. When Ndlondlo's not on the pitch, you guys play like Chiefs. I'm sorry to say. You guys play like Chiefs. You progress it up the wings a lot. You don't have a tempo man. I've always said that Pirates needs a tempo man and Pirates needs a 10, and you'll be fine. But if the tempo man is not there, the link, you guys struggle. Look what just happened right there with Amazulu winning that ball back. Let's see. Wits was a very good team. What's your take on Mabuti Siema's progression under the radar? Not like Morgan pound for pound. Yeah, it's nice to see. It's nice to see. I think the question is, are Siema and Mabuti going to become, are they going to become mid-level coaches? Because I think we've got a lot of great coaches, but then we don't have a lot of like icons, stars, winners. You get what I mean? Like, if you can count them, you can count them on your hand, especially the South African ones. So I love what they're doing, but I want to see stars, man. We don't have stars in our coaching. So Villegas, he says you guys should give Kevin a chance. He'll get a chance. He'll get a chance. Hey, agent, you have to join a membership. You have to join a membership in order to get into that WhatsApp group. Kita contributing. And then you can join the WhatsApp group. Hey, that thing is fun, guys. That thing is fun. Hi, Sali Okuto. Do you think Johnson will get sacked? Chiefs' main problem is the technical team signings. Get Khan in. I don't know what the plan is. I think from Chiefs' side, I don't think they'll want to sack him this season. But I think that the fans will not be patient. So he's going to have to get some results. Guys, it's a long season ahead. It's a long... This is Pirates' 6th league game. We've played 8 league games. It's a long season. That interim thing only works when it's 6 months. You know, when it's the last 6 months or the last 4 months and you need to try salvage something. Mikel Ego cost him his job. He will lose the dressing room. And how Raya starts ahead of Ramsdale. Hey, Manelis, I don't want to speak about my thing, man. And Makola can be the link man. No, he's being too smart. You know when a coach is being too smart? He's being too smart for his own good. We had a working team last year and we had a working structure. Everybody understood their roles. We took on Man City, lost it at the end, needed some reinforcement. Abo Rice, Abos Banban. We got them. But then it's like, why tinker so much? Just take the team that you have right now that is good, that thing that you're doing that's great, go with it. But yeah, when you try being too smart, that's where you lose it. That's where that's why that's why I don't like suit coaches, or I don't like put together textbook coaches, because they tend to overthink things. You see, Gavin, if Gavin finds one way to win, he will play that way until. He will play that way up until he needs to find another plan, and he'll switch plans. He doesn't waste motion, right? If you look at Klopp played the same way for 5 years because those players needed to play exactly the same way, just like this, so that they could get that chemistry up, you know? But yeah, the others tinker, man. And Mikel, I think Mikel's ego is getting bigger than it should be in terms of we treat, as Arsenal fans, we treat him as a messiah. And it's like, you need to win. So I don't like to clap too early because I learned my lesson with Arsene Wenger. I ended up loving Arsene Wenger more than the club. It became a cult of Arsene Wenger. So even when he was doing badly, but at least he won in the beginning. Argentina, we've given ourselves over to Mikel. He's done a good job. But then it's like, you haven't won anything and we're praising you and lauding you and all of that stuff. Is it going to be another situation where we're sitting with an Arsene Wenger situation, playing great football, doing all these things, we're smart, we feel good, we feel intelligent, but trophies dololo. You get what I mean? But anyway, enough about that. Clash of heads. Uzulu had just come on. Just cover it. Just cover it. Come into the YouTube. Come into the YouTube. Then come in with a random Gmail. Then jump in. Johnson, he's the interim coach. At any time he can be moved from the position he's at. I hear you, Sir King Ronald. My question is, he loses 4 matches in a row. Let's say he loses 4 matches in a row. Golden Arrows, Derby, 2 other matches, right? That's still only 12 games into the season for Kaizer Chiefs. Still another, 18? Yeah, another 18, maybe 20 something with Nedbank Cup. Do you think that we'll be fine? Do you think that we'll sit here and be okay? Okay, Pule, your coach must start with Karim. I've listened to Kevin talking about his formations and tactics. I think we'll have good games. He has to. Kaizer Chiefs is no longer at a patient place. He has to. What is the score in the other game? Oh, apologies. It's still 0-0. 47th minute. Still 0-0. Sundowns, of course, 1 man down, but 2 goals up in the tie. 2 goals up in the tie. I haven't checked Facebook. Okay, let's see. Where do you see your beloved Arsenal finishing this season? I'll say top 4, fight 5, get you into UEFA. Manelisi, that's not my question. Let me ask you a question. Where do you see, when will Arteta win a big trophy? That's what I'm going to ask you. He's 4 seasons in at Arsenal. That's my question. Finishing this season, we could probably scrape a second. What if Tottenham were to pull a Leicester and win the league? I wanted to mention Klopp as well. If it's working, yeah, if it's working, don't change it, guys. If it's working, don't change it. Why tinker with things, man? Why tinker with things? Are we still? Manelis, I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. Okay, Johnson's mandate, good cup run, last 4. I don't know what his mandate is. I think his mandate is top 8. No. I think his mandate is no drama. That's his mandate. No drama. Streets. Posteloglu are doing wonders there. Posteloglu, Klopp are still there. All these guys. Do you really think that we have it in the tank to win it? 4 seasons deep. 4 seasons deep. I don't know. I'm starting to question. It's his 4th season. You know, I think we're giving him a lot of credit, which is fine, I guess. Mara, at the end of the day, results speak more than anything else. Yeah, Velimotwa seems like he can't continue. He's taking off his gloves. I think he's buying them time. Amazulu is the kings of boring football. I think they play boring to try frustrate the other team and then they pounce. But like I said, so who has the stronger Spanish? Why didn't Pirates? Why didn't you guys give Jose Rivero a nice nickname? Guys are actually calling him a plumber. Chimpi before he landed, but no, lot Chimpi. Pablo Franco Martin, Chimpi, man. Why ningam nigezanga, man? Why Jose Rivero isn't to Tibos or something right now? Soweto. Let's see. Isn't FA Cup a major trophy? Yeah, but then I always say, Streets, you've won the FA Cup, great. That bought you some time. But it's year 4 now. Year 4, highest budget spent. No other big team would chill with this. First time getting into the Champions League. Never got into a final. First time last season was the first time he jumped the number of points that Good Evening got in his last full season at Arsenal. So it took 3 years for Arteta to get to that level. So I'm just asking, what's the plan? Do we have a Champions League in the bag somewhere? An EPL? Do we have a Europa even? Or are we just going to sit in the Arsene Wenger times again? Or late Arsene Wenger? 1 FA Cups, but then in terms of the other big trophies. But anyway, we'll see. Veli, it's on, man. Don't delay the game. It's delaying, man. When are we having live EPL? Hey guys, I've decided to go to PSL, man. I feel like there's a lot of stuff, but I'll make time for us to have EPL conversations. I'll make time. If we sack Mikel, which coach would you replace him with? Oh, that's a tough one. Ancelotti for a year while they change everything in the background. And then I'd want to bring in... of the coaches out now, I would have loved Klopp, but Klopp obviously is at Liverpool. Not Zidane. I don't think Zidane would work with us. Let me think about it. I think Newcastle has developed more than Arsenal hype aside. Guys, in Tottenham, you know what? Let me not say anything. Wants his team to make a change so they're not on the back foot. Offside. Arsenal fans want the whole hand. Arteta brought you Champions League back. Now you want trophies. Streets, it's 3 years. 3 years. 3 years of Champions League. 3 years to get back into the Champions League. No other big team would have done that. Let's be honest. And then from the 4th and 5th year, now when are you going to compete? Arsenal doesn't have a Champions League. We haven't been in the Champions League for 8 years. That's what I'm saying. If he does well, he does well. I'm not going to clap early. I refuse to clap early. Because it's what we did with Wenger. I refuse to clap early. He has to prove himself. 4 years in now. So when do you expect a Champions League then? Year 7, year 8. Which other team would do that? Meanwhile, Newcastle, Eddie Howe took Newcastle from bottom of the log to top of the log to Champions League in what? 6 months? 8 months? Well, European football, 8 months? Ten Hag took Manchester United into Champions League. How long? Postecoglou's currently on top of the Champions, top of the league right now. I don't know how long it lasts, but top of the league after losing Harry Kane and all of that stuff. Good Evening had us playing European finals at the very least. Europa League final, yes, we fluffed it, but he got to a final. When? When do we say? And I don't even want to make it about Arteta. It's just in general. I don't like looking at coaches. Look at Chiefs and Pirates and all these guys. There's no time for you to be sitting and saying, hey, what? No, he's done this, he's done that. Great, wonderful. But then, see, we're not in Lenkul. I'm sorry, Rato. Let's go back to the game. Let's go back to the game. Let's see what Sundowns is doing. 55th minute, they're still 0-0. Sundowns can afford to rest in this game, man. They can afford to rest in this game. But also, guys, there's nothing happening in this game. Amazulu sitting back. Pirates has not had a meaningful attack in a while now. Nah, but like I said, they can't play a quiet game. Pirates is incapable of playing a quiet game. And I will say it one more time. Ndlondlo is the most important player at Pirates. Watch if Ndlondlo was to come into this game, how it changes. Otherwise, nah, guys. I'm not sold. Even that front four board, I'm not sold. No, thank you. Make it simple. Kimviudi 10, let him play with Tito. Bring in Ndlondlo to be with Monare as they usually are. You don't need to be defensively harsh this time because Amazulu doesn't have a striker. Just, if it's not broken, don't fix it. If it's not broken, you guys don't have a replacement for Ndlondlo. So the ball has to go the long way in order to get to the front. And by the time you've gotten to the front, these guys have already closed down. Your best hope here is pressing Amazulu. And even that has stopped a little bit. But all in all, guys, Amazulu knows how to make games boring. They know how to make games boring. Guys, does my mic really have an echo? Or is it just Thokozane? Please help me out so I can just fix it. This game is boring, guys. At least the Sundowns one is better. Amazulu came here just to sit back. Amazulu was never going to attack. Amazulu is waiting to strike. They're waiting for one chance. That's all they want. Just one random chance that falls out of the sky. Ask me. I know, it happened to us. That's all. Manili, let's chill on the EPL. Let's chill on the EPL, man. I hear people are complaining. Let's do the watchalong. I'll make a day where we speak about the EPL and about Arsenal. I'm just surprised. Hey, Theo, man, this team, don't sleep on them. They make things boring and then they shock you at the end. And what you're starting to see now is that Amazulu's actually starting to play. Like they're coming out of their shells. They hadn't been doing this for the whole half. Maybe they'll take it over. Maybe they'll be able to win the game or something. But they're starting to play. And Pirates has disappeared again. But yeah, we're in 47th minute, 5 minutes added on. I think they'll be fine. You see, counter. Why'd you go back? Malume Kuso says, I talk about the EPL. King, Malume Kuso, team yeah, hopefully second half they continue this momentum. They're probably going to get caught out. I think that's the balancing. The tough part is that you can attack and play versus Pirates. That's great. But if you don't take your chances and you give them a little bit of room, they could punish you. Hey, Malume Kuso, let's talk about this team of yours. Give team how. Is Lupetegi a defensive manager? I haven't watched enough of his games. I'm not going to lie to you. I haven't watched enough of his games. Wasn't Pablo Franco Martin his assistant coach? Pablo Martin, when he was at Real Madrid, it was under Lopetegui, ne? Yay. Tibang. Amazulu Snakes always wakes up in the last minute. Paris must be careful. But they haven't really shown up, man. They haven't really shown up. Even if they were, ask us. Chiefs played against them. They had more of everything. And you can't necessarily point to them having something. Oh, Pablo. I don't know, man. I think when we think Spain, we think of like tiki-taka, but maybe there's other Spanish football guys that's just frustrating. I think he plays to frustrate teams. That's what he does. Benny's Amazulu team is better than this one. Well, the one that finished second is better than this one, even in the way that they used to play. but it Bora this thing. Like he just, it's a sucker punch team, man. The sucker punch team. I think he wants to make it that you get out of yourself, and then they take advantage. Guys, as you know, it's halftime. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna let some guys in, and we'll speak about this game. To join me, just know that you have to be following me on TikTok and jump in. And we can speak about this. What a boring game. Hi, Amazulu plays boring football, guys. Yo. Can't imagine going to the stadium for this. Hi, guys, I can't imagine. Malume Kuto, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
I'm well, and how are you, Mr. OT?
I came here for man.
Yeah, no, one of the best games I've watched this season, some end-to-end stuff, pound for pound. Keepers have been busy the whole game. How I wish I could say that. Okay, back here, no.
Mara, what's like? Lilo, now you started off bright, pressing from the front, doing all of those things, and then Lilo, now you just decided, right, let's be boring, Nat.
No, I think even the injuries, Amazulu, the stoppage, managed to drain everything and kill momentum. You remember that thing they used to say, where it can put you to sleep when you watch a coin or a clock watch move from side to side.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm doing that right now. That's why I was like, let's just talk about the EPL. Bafetu, I'm not an EPL fan, but I'm enjoying that conversation more than watching this game. But I've had nervous moments. Unda and Kogi are playing extremely far from each other. I could say maybe modern football, because I mean we don't know the tactics. So what they doing, maybe it was practice, but they even jump each other. That's what I'm afraid of. Unda will just whip a ball across the floor to Uhodo, and Ukogi will do the same to Umunyani, jumping Unda, and that will jump Ukogi. So I feel like that opens up a possibility interception if your ball is not crisp, and I don't think we want to find ourselves there. But at this point, we can only have two changes, if not more. If we can eliminate the twins, now they're equally boring. Umnare no Kanakimang.
Baloni.
Who's number 30? Baloni. They hide from the ball. They only want to receive the ball once they're the other side of the center line. So if maybe we can eliminate Umnara, because we know what he can do, throw in Ndlondlo, of course, so that he can slot into that wide. Or maybe now that I'm thinking about it, maybe Unda and Uko are going wide, expecting one of the two twins to occupy that position, but no one is doing that. I understand. So if we can throw in Ndlondlo, and maybe Sapuma Hopa. We try. It's not working. Sapuma Hopa, and introduce Karim Kimvuidi, make him the number 10, and have Erasmus play as our striker. And let's just destroy this defense. And Amazulu needs to slow down on the Muti, guys. It's either Kimuti or Kifati. You can't have so many injuries all at once. And yeah, too many injuries.
I'm gonna come back. Let me let you know, Busi. How are you, my brother?
Hey, how are you, man? Hey, my daughter here is making noise, playing the cartoons. But
Oscar. What did you see from this game?
Hey, the thing that I know and I've seen about from the pirate side is that they rely on their strength is their speed. Once they lack speed, they cannot play. Once they introduce taller players, Amazulu will be able to beat them. But it's not easy to beat Amazulu right now. It's not gonna be easy. I'm not saying Amazulu won't beat Amazulu won't win or will never beat Pirates. But in this case, they are starting the team afresh. Even their office, they're trying to clean it up. So right now, the team that has strength and the team that has positive energy and mindset is Pirates because they just won a trophy.
Yeah.
They full of energy, but once you shut them down in their speed strength, you can beat them up. Because look at the team like Sundowns. Yes, they won against Sundowns, but look at the stats. Sundowns were playing better than Pirates. A lot of passes from the Sundowns side, but Pirates that Sundowns will lag somewhere somehow.
Okay.
They were waiting. They were waiting for that opportunity to use speed, but it didn't come. It didn't show up. It didn't opportunity because Sundowns already know that these guys, once you let them use their speed, they will beat you up.
Okay. I'm gonna come back, Boos. I'm gonna come back. Let me let the other guys in. Streets.
Okay.
Hi, my brother. Streets. Hi. What is this thing we're watching?
Hey, Mr. Usi, I thought I was reading a bedtime story. I nearly fell asleep watching that thing. Yo, I bad.
But what's happening? What's your read on this game?
Amazulu must try to do better. We fans cannot pay to come and watch that. Guys, no. At least try. Please try to give us something, man. Please, can someone please have a shot, or at least just do something, guys. We can't just sit back every time and just hit on counter attacks. Or maybe it's because we're expecting Amazulu to be a mid-table team, so we expect them to at least go for teams, at least not sit back. Marai, what you are watching is disappointing. Also, Pirates, man. The players, I don't think, I think Mahopa is letting himself down in terms of he's not showing up to the party because he's not really giving much. And when Lupasa comes back, he's going to get removed. So he's not giving a coach a reason to keep him. So I think he
looks also a bit confused there. Like, I feel like it seems Kermit has these instructions. You know, Tito and Lodge have, Mara, he looks out of place there.
Yeah, so his combination play is just it's not working. I can see it that. So also Tito on the wing, I don't think works. Tito on the wing, I don't think works. He's just not as effective as when he's in the number 10. So I don't know. Can't they put Upule there? And then I don't know, have Rasmus maybe as a striker. I don't know. I think that's better. What are you doing? Ash, my dog. Yeah, I think have Rasmus maybe as the striker because guys. Mahopa is not coming, and I don't want to single him out, but I'm just saying from what I saw from Ulepasa, he kind of has to give more to the team instead. Yeah.
Okay. Let me go to Theo. Theo, at least the Tina, man. At least the Tina is like into corner something, corner stress drama. Manje,
this match. Save ngalesikhathi man. Hayi ngeke bafethu yazi amehla amaza baba yo
uthingale game ubona
awumfethu mina ngi-expect itikitaka ngi-expect ishushayi ngibathe ngiyabuka kwenzakalani la but idlala ngathi guys they are moving the ball in ineffective areas. Guys, Amazulu, we know how they play. Amazulu, they don't pack the pass but they press you mawuza in their half. Pirates, they simply i-Pirate must ngiyasebenza ngama-flanks ngimangela ama-footbacks namuhla umunyana akakhuphuki noma ekhuphuka yabo akekho that much adventurous, and also there's like esiswini awuboningi nokuthi kwenzakalani. It's even worse. And mina I'm thinking i-Pirates phela guys mari i-Pirate dlala ekhaya kanti kwenzakalani phela udlala ekhaya, show that you are playing at home. Man, ningadlali ngathi bafethu. It's a boring game. I don't know like.
Bathola Amazulu Moses Babida ziyawa.
Abafaka undlondlo ke.
Please bafaka undlondlo. Let me bring Malumekutso. Is this again a situation where Pirates needs to find a way to get that pace? Vusi spoke about his speed. They can't play quiet, man. You guys can't play quiet. Isn't it time, man, that you teach yourselves how to up-pace the game on your own? You're playing at Amazulu's pace.
At this point, it pays. We don't need it as much because Amazulu are sitting back. Maybe speed of play, the speed at which we move the ball. Yeah, that I would agree. Not necessarily speedy players.
Not pace running. I mean, like just the tempo of the game. Confuse
Yeah,
them,
what,
man.
what
Do something.
what I think needs to happen is that Uhoto as well as Umunyane need to come to the party and bomb down those wings to allow Lodge as well as Tito to come in and play. One understand? Because at this point, and I'm watching this guy, ne? In as much as I would sub him, it's no fault of his. One understand? I look at him and think, Esh Mahopa man. I he reminds me of Samir Duty when he came to Pirates. Where you like, I've seen you play elsewhere, man. You don't have to try this hard. You're trying to adapt. We bought you. If people saw you as home, we bought you only home. You don't need to come here and try fit in. Do what you know. I've seen Mahopa play against France and become a main threat, a South Africa under 23, and cause damage. You understand? Wait for those balls, attack that near post. He was very good in between the poles, which is something, and I'm not saying he's like CR7, but which is something I've seen CR7 do, which he does not leave the two goal posts the entire game.
He's a
And I've seen
classic striker. He's a classical
He's a,
striker.
he's a classic striker, so he does not need to do these things. Tsabo Dupree, Tsabo, even Lipasa, it took him time actually
Yeah.
to understand. He does not need to join these guys. Yes, Paris Shugela, but when you are different from everyone else, and we appreciate that about you. You don't have to fit in. You don't have to have the occasional rakata. No, when just run, just kick amponzi, just hit the ball, just go with your chest, and we will celebrate you. I understand. Even Kanakimang, that guy, he did it very well if you think about it. Terence Sugarmanja, he knew, you know what? Let me just stick around. These guys are good enough on their own to do all of these funny things, and they'll deliver. So, Nami, I'm not as critical of Makopo because I can see his heart. I know this might not make sense, but I can see his heart, knowing he's living on borrowed time. At any moment he can be subbed. So yeah, Pirates
Score
2-0.
prediction 2-0. Okay, there we go. Hey, 2-0. Is there going to be another penalty situation? But anyway, let me go to Vusi. Vusi, we've spoken on this show before that, Ayman. The Pirates can't play slow. But they can't lift themselves. And sometimes, we're going to play at our pace. How much of that is a problem?
Hey, the problem is now, planning for a cup game. It's not like planning for a league game. Yes, that is why you will see Pirates. I mean, I'm not a Pirate supporter, but I told the other people here. I was watching our game against Pirates. I told them Pirates will beat us once we get into penalties. Pirates will beat us. I told them because now the Pirates coach, hey, that guy knows how to capitalize to win a cup game. Sometimes you will think that he's reserved. No, he's still studying, still learning the team is playing against. But you know what? If they can use Kimwood right, they can use Kimwood. Kimwood is a very, very dangerous player.
Yes.
If you
he must play them Fukeng role. He must play them Fukeng role.
Yes, he must play the Fukeng role because now even he plays, he can control the play. He can control even the opponent. So now I'm saying in this game today, yes, I see the speed won't work for them in this game. They just need to play. They just need to play a matured football. The style of passing, because they can pass as much as they are fast, but they can pass. But they're not doing that. Yes.
Okay, score prediction.
Hey.
Yeah,
Hey,
nginifuna lapho.
hey. Hey, I see 1-0 in this one.
1-0 to Pirates.
1-0 to Pirates.
Okay. Streets. You know, Pirates plays like when they play the pace of ball, when they up the pace of ball, I think that's where they're most dangerous. That movement that they have up front can confuse
Yes,
people when they play at a high tempo. Is it a
yes.
problem still that they can't bring up that tempo? Sorry, Busi, I just brought in Streets. Is it a
Sorry.
problem?
Yeah, it is because then you find teams like Amazulu where they don't give you that space that you need. Because Pirates, when they space, they're very good. So then now this is when we need Unlondo, or we need that individual brilliance for Lodge maybe or Pule or somebody. That's why I'm saying maybe it would be better to then put Erasmus as a striker, and then maybe you move Umatongang in, and then you put Pule. I don't know, just to have some intricate passes there between the lines to just break them up. Because I like Malume Kuto said, I think he says Umahopa's strength is being a target man. So I think right now in this game, you probably need that element of just brilliance where you can just 1-2, just drag that Amazulu defense out of position. And I think maybe you can do better. But yeah, man, Pirates, that speed, man, they haven't yet reached that point where they can play without relying too much on speed. They haven't yet mastered that art. But I think it's gonna come with time because I feel like we're rushing Pirates. It's only Jose's second season. So he's still working on things there. So obviously we're gonna see these flaws here and there. But I think if we give them time, we might see them progress into that kind of team.
Okay, score prediction?
Last time I said it's gonna be 0-0. It ended 1-0. So this time let me say 1-0 Amazulu. Let me
1-0
so that Pirates
Amazulu.
can
Are you
win.
trying to get
Yeah,
your
so
0-0 by force?
by force or by fire. So yeah, let's change the narrative.
Okay. Theo, as the Pirates, there's times where they look amazing. Hey, bayagijima bayenzani. Awubabona wazi ukuthi kenzakalani. Lo uyangapha lo uyangale. Abakwazi ukuyenza leyo nto if it's going wrong or if it's quiet. Why man bangakhoni just ukuthi baphume egamini bathi we're gonna play like this, guys.
Amazulu bakelemele. If you have seen how Pirates have been usually been dangerous, they've been using Hoto like Mudiba. You see Mudiba wenzani Sundowns. And sometimes he enters in the middle, sometimes yabo. So they've been using Hoto like that. So Amazulu ba study Shile upege uJosta. Justa is waiting every time when he receives the ball, he wants to take him on. So obviously he has to sit back, and then in the middle, I mean, guys committed, they've packed that middle. So Pirates, to tell you the truth, the only thing that they can do here is to maybe bring Usaling, non-Londo, people who can manipulate the ball, just move it quick, especially in the final third, and then be dangerous. Then they can cause a threat. But Basadala, the same system, Amazulu, they are very smart. They track back very quickly. Yeah, but when they close space very fast.
Uthini score?
Not just boogie not la. It try mnandi le phela ikho lento sibukela. Not unless nabi nyoka Amazulu. Not unless nabi nyoka Amazulu nje uStreet ashivumvuke egcineni kube 1-0, but mina ngibona not I don't wanna lie to you.
Angazi ukhona ubabuzungu lapha ngazi ukuthi mara ithi ngakhuluma kakhulu. Thank you, Theo. Okay, guys, at the end of the game, I'm going to let everybody in and you'll get your 2 minutes to speak about the game. My thoughts are pretty simple. On the Amazulu side, they've had moments where they've shown that they can play. The issue is that they don't have a start and an end. You don't know when a move is starting, when a move is ending. So they'll have the ball and they'll look good and they'll pass the ball, but they're not going to do well. I think they've done well with pressing Pirates, especially when they cross the halfway line. It's an active low block, and it's frustrating Pirates because Pirates doesn't have the space, but also Pirates doesn't have the personnel. You see, like Kermit Erasmus dropping into a 10 type of position. I think you need an actual 10 in this game. You need a 10 and you need Ndlondo because the wings get packed up by Amazulu and then they don't know what to do. Like, watch, they're going to cycle all the way back around or try play it in the middle, and then Amazulu wins because there's no one who's naturally a better 10 there in the center. So we'll see what happens on that side. In terms of Pirates, guys, it's another game. It's another game where Pirates proves they can't play. They can't play slow. Pirates is not a slow playing team. Pirates needs to be high tempo. But the issue is, Pirates is an emotional team. Pirates is emotional. When it's nice, they'll play up. But when it's not going and there's no external forces that are making them play, whether it be a penalty goal that they get out of the blue, whether it be the other team scoring, Pirates disappears, right? And I think all that movement they do in the front is killed by the slow play. So Jose needs to teach this team how to play high tempo from minute one, a high tempo football that comes from them, not influenced by something, because you're going to find games where you're going to play an Amazulu side like this one that are going to sit back, an Amazulu side like this one that don't want to come and play you guys pound for pound, that are not going to give you space. And that's where you need to up the tempo and confuse them. So we'll see what happens. I'm hoping Ndlondlo comes on. Again, Ndlondlo for me, the most important Pirates player. The most important Pirates player. He holds the tempo of Pirates in his hands. He holds the tempo of Pirates in his hands. He controls it. Right? Him and Umfukeng in the 10. And you have Kim Vuudi on the bench who can play that. Utadisa can play a version of that. So bring on Ndlondlo, sacrifice one of Munare and Paloni because it's the same person. Same person. There are 2 8s. There isn't a 6 there. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. I think we need to score a goal and everything will fall into place. Tandeni, that's what I'm trying to say. That Pirates always needs something to happen. Like if you guys don't score the penalty, but if you guys don't get a penalty, Cape Town Spurs, how does that game end? You know? But Pirates is also a team that if they score 1 or 2, they can score 4 or 5 very quickly if they want to. So it's that type of thing, man. Orlando 1-0 Amazulu are not playing. I'm not impressed as Napoleon. It's not easy for Mahopa because he does not understand the boys' game. Joseph doesn't know how to do that. Ndlondlo Karim must come into the middle. Napoleon, that's why Kere. Na nka one of Mahopa or Erasmus. Preferably, I'd say Mahopa. Take out Mahopa. Put in Kim Vuudi in the 10. Take out Paloni. Put Ndlondlo into the 6. Watch Pirates tick. Watch Pirates go if they do that. That's why, Kero, you guys have replacements for everybody but the most important players. What's happening with Amazulu and so many injuries? I don't know, Lerato. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's this guy. There's a Pirates fan wearing those head protectors to rugby. Those helmets things to rugby. So maybe he's telling them, good, yeah, vele son pula vet. Mahopa is good as a sub, and what's Paloni's role? That's what I'm saying, that's what I'm saying already. For me, if you watch the first few games of what Pirates was playing, the first few games, Ndlondlo would play in the middle with Umunar. Ndlondlo's role was to get the ball from Uchain, right? They didn't, Utoke and CBC aren't necessarily very comfortable with the ball, but Ndlondlo used to drop back, get the ball, and then when they play the ball up, Utito no Mfukeng have an understanding where they can play around each other. I think Utito needs a partner. He needs somebody who can play. When he drops to 10, somebody goes wide. When he does this, they need that play. He needs that play. And currently he's not getting it. So he's playing alone. Kim Vuudi, man. So Amazulu go down after every attack. Anything to stop momentum, Malume Kuto. Chiefs fans, stop witching Rulani. He can't even he can make good subs, then overcomplicate things for himself. Hey. Now we didn't do anything to Rulani. He said we don't know tactics. He told you guys, we don't know tactics. So leave him. Agent, you don't know tactics. You didn't watch all of the games that Rulani watched. So don't come here and tell Rulani how to play. You didn't watch the games. Like, that's what your coach told us. Why bring in Zongo? Even Libos? I think Amazulu try. Did he just bring on? Wait, let me see. Did he make those subs? Let's see. Who did he sub in? Okay, Nku makes sense. Mendieta makes sense. Okay, the subs haven't reflected on Google just yet. I think Amazulu are trying to cool down Pirates with all these injuries. Yeah. It's a tactic, the dark arts. It's the dark arts. Look at where Rasmus is playing. Look at the ball he tried to play. Look at the ball he tried to play. Get a 10 to play the... Yo, guys. Hi, Mara Jose. Hey, Marabasos Jigela, we don't watch football. We don't know. We were watching football before he was still in diapers. Hey, Mara, agent. Amazulu trying so hard to contain the Pirates. Pirates is shooting itself in the foot, man. Pirates is shooting itself in the foot. They've decided to have so many attacking players on the pitch, including Ohoto. So much so that they don't have anybody to actually play the ball to them. That's why Erasmus is playing a fake 10. He's playing like a 10 type of role. And every time Pirates try to play, look at what Amazulu is doing. They allow them to come into the box and come into their half because they know that when they get there, they're just going to crowd each other. Make it simple, man. Sacrifice an attacker, go into midfield and give your midfield somebody who can play the ball, man. Undlo, man. I'm still crying for Undlo. Nase Chiefs, I'm still crying for Undlo. Hey, that signing, when you guys got Undlo, oh, that thing hurt, man. Hey, that thing hurt. Oh, that thing hurt. Here we go. Pirates on the attack. You see, pace up, pace up. Amazulu is in Tibang. Kermit is expired now. We must move to cheaper. Herodias. This game is frustrating. Yapora. If Jose Rivero, not Jose Rivero, if Pablo Franco Martin, if he manages to beat Chiefs and Pirates and play the most boring games that we've ever seen in our lives, I'll give him credit because I'm like, okay, at least you have a style of play. Allender for Zungu is criminal. He's trying to see out the game, agent. Marapaloni came Valawa Pirates. Hey, Mara Yusta sold that one, eh? Hey, he sold it. Oh, is he still down? Man, you're fine. I should have posted my hope. I should have. They tried to be too clever there, trying to play the ball back across instead of just continuing. But disrespecting Umvala. Agent, isn't Vala playing? Does he have the bandage on yet? Let me see. Kanamvala got a red card. He didn't even get a chance to get the bandage on because it was 2 minutes. I forgot. 2 minutes in, Shabile red card Mvala. He was like, "Hi guys, please let me rest for this AFL thing." So does suspensions in the AFL continue because it's a straight knockout? So if Sundowns makes it through, is Mvala allowed to come play in the next round, or does he have to? Is it a one-match ban or something? I wonder. Ebana, Steve Compella watching Downs. Are we playing Sundowns? Are we playing Solos on the weekend? Asazi, but he's been talking about Sundowns a lot. I don't know if he misses you guys. He spoke about your games and how many games, and they've been asking him questions. I wonder if he misses it, man. You know, you get knocked out by Richards Bay. Or was it Richards Bay? Yeah, you get knocked out by Richards Bay, and then all of a sudden you miss your former employers. Look at where Clements is playing. He's not a 10. Stop playing him in the 10. Bring on a real 10, Jose. Hey, Mara. Hi. must come back home. It's difficult out there. You know, agent, when you leave a place where everything is done for you and you go somewhere else, kunzima. Kunzima. End up missing it, guys. Okay, Amazulu was bright for a little bit and then they've gone back to just defending, man. Gone back to just defending. There's a bright spark every here and there, but they're mostly defending. I think they'll be happy with a draw from this game. Let's see if they can set piece something. Ghana Phillies came off, nah? Phillies scored versus Chiefs. Ghana Phillies came off. Okay, that timing was off. After all that, such a bad free kick. Let's see. Already have 10, but he's been playing on the wing. Already have a 10, but he's been playing in the wing. But imagine, Lerato, you've got a 10 playing in the wing, but you're dropping Erasmus to come and connect the lower midfield to the upper mid. You've got Erasmus. Guys, when last did we see Erasmus playing Cam, playing 8? Alright, guys, bring on a proper. Let the person do the job, man. Let the person who can do the job do the job. Kim Vudu thing, put him on, let him do that role. Mahopa can have his freedom up front. But this thing of dropping Erasmus to the 10, they're trying to be too smart, man. They're trying to be too smart for no reason. What a bad pass. Guys, do Paris players know how to play with Mahopa? Do they know what to do? Loss just played the worst pass I've seen. Nayu Lodge playing as a full-time winger there. That's not what he does. Hey, angazi guys, bazotha amacoach and we don't watch enough football, so we mustn't talk. I don't have a video analyst that tells me how Pirates is playing. I guess that's the problem here. Libusa comes in, costs us unnecessary corner kick. The quality of the set pieces today is so bad, Streets. I'm happy visa application was denied. Wouldn't have enjoyed this game. Hey, Loftus is a very weird stadium, man. Nda is really underrated. Cool, come and collected. They've made him the playmaker. If you've noticed, Nda is the playmaker of this team. Nda is the playmaker. He's the only one that's not losing the game. He's not losing the ball, and the game is going through him. Nda's the playmaker. And because Nda's so far away from Erasmus, they lose the whole thing. Not watching Paris game, but what does Kim Vudu has to do to start games? Hey, agent, I don't know, agent. And I remember the Paris fans when he came on, yo, people were so excited. Mavuvuvu. When Mavuvuvu came on, lemratile. And I think he'd be, if Mfukeng doesn't come back, he would be the perfect player there. Hey, even that Mfukeng thing is shady, but I'm fun with Kuluma Leo. Let me not say anything. But yeah, we'll see, guys. We'll see. I would have played Kim Vudu in this game. I don't understand the 4 attackers thing. I don't understand having Erasmus, Tito, Mahopa, and Lodge on the pitch, and you don't have a 10. Monare is an 8-ish, a 6 that loves playing 8, a 6 that does 8 roles. Paloni is the same thing. There we go. Is this a Paris goal? No composure. Composure. Look, play Tunda. Look at it, guys. Can we get in a 10? Oh, can we make this game exciting? Yo. It's like we're watching those drills, those half-ground drills, where the attack attacks and then the defense has to defend versus the attack, and you just keep doing that over and over. 8 minutes added. Mara agent, 8 minutes. I don't know why you're crying. It's still 0-0 though. Mara, guys, they're Sundowns fans. You're trying to create drama. Stop trying to create drama, guys. Did Paloni and Minare have to both be part of the game at the same time, though? This is what I don't understand, guys. I don't understand it. Because over the past few games, we've seen Guti Umunare Agalfuni Pola. Agalfuni Pola, they had Tim on the pitch. Tim was doing the job of just Avala, like pressing very high. Neither of them were ball players. We saw in the beginning of the season when Pirates was killing people, Ndlondlo and Munare in the middle worked out with a 10 in front of them. I don't know. Jose is tweaking things, and I don't understand why he's tweaking things. I don't understand. Oh, Yosta. He's done. Is he done? Oh, Ndlondlo. Yeah, guys, look. We don't watch 5 games of Amazulu. What did we say? What did I just say? What did I just say? Thank you. Masbone. I've got it half right with the changes. Let's see if the changes will actually do something. It's not rocket science, this thing, guys. It's not rocket science at all. It's not rocket science, man. Yeah, agent, 8 minutes. Who cares? Who cares about your 8 minutes edit on? Our coach, Mr. Who cares? So, drama, even on a day, Mara Clara, even on a day when Sundowns is 2-0 up from the first leg, they've got everything in the pocket, they've won the game. Guys. At least our team is playing with big boys. Hey, Mtalile now. There's no combination play today. Finally, Ndlondlo Kim Mavu. Now he mustn't put us down. Lena coach makes changes, yes. They studied the same. Maybe get a license, guys. Maybe in the license course they tell you, guys, 65th minute is when you must make subs no matter what. Maybe that's what's happening. Who knows? Ribeiro struggling against Amazulu. He will win and be called a great tactician. Oh, be fine. I don't know if they'll win this game. I don't know if they're still gonna win this game, to be honest with you. Is there any hope on Pirates scoring? Let's see. I trust Ndlondlo. I think Kinvidi in the 10 is going to bring Ito alive. Only issue is that if Amazulu start pressing them, they don't have that good of a defensive unit in this case. But for the sake of entertaining games, funa ukubabona badlala, man. It's better there's no rhythm. Ngati Mara streets, why are you so salty? Launch today is playing knowing there's no 100,000 to be won. Maranakona, guys. Erasmus wanted to play his heart out last game and you didn't give him the 100,000. Asakulunge Sundowns. Sundowns couldn't even come together to vote for their men to win. Let's see. Sundowns. Isn't it done? 90 plus 9. Yo. Hey, North Africa, they want it by hook or by crook. Did you guys see that was it is it Enyimba? Which team was it? Was going to go play white at Casablanca and they were denied entry. The country denied them entry to go play. They circled around the airport for a couple of hours and then they were like, yeah, we're going home. This AFL, guys, very badly planned. Very badly planned. Not just with us. Very badly planned. My guy. Okay, let's see. Amazulu is waking up. Now Amazulu, it's 65 minutes, we're going to wake up. Because now they're playing. There we go, Mahopa. Yes, that was the right choice. Let's see. Ngakrosi lothi mthathe. Hey, mavuvuvu. Hey, mavuvuvu. One mavuvuvu, now he's hurt himself. Did he hurt himself doing... Hey. Let's see. What happened? Did he hurt himself? Did it look like his arm or something there? Let's see. Yeah, he landed awkwardly on his arm. Working kabile. Yeah, so guys, just add 45 minutes to whatever my timer says. We are in the second half. It's been 0-0. Still one of the most boring matches I've ever watched in my life. Second to the game that Amazulu played versus Kaizer Chiefs. If ever there's a team with a philosophy in the PSL, it's Amazulu. Yeah, boring game. Not the coach thinking Kimvidi would make strike. Lost didn't have to play the ball. Manara was free outside the box. In streets, that's why I'm like, I don't know if it's because Lodge is rusty, but some of these decisions that these teams are making, that these guys are making in the box, man, it's unlike Pirates. It's unlike Pirates. It's unlike Pirates. Is this showing that Saleng, Tito, and Lepasa are the best options? Is this what we're seeing here? Yeah, Inyimba, there we go. Didn't have a permit to land. Oh, but Akira, the AFL's meant to have that ready. So guys, Velimota still hasn't made a single save. He still hasn't made a save. Oh my God. Attacking football, guys. Modern what? They'll break it down. Modern what? Airport, I think that's more on them. Okay. But isn't that the same, or was it TP Mazembe was the one that didn't allow the VAR people to come in? Ne? Was it TP Mazembe who wouldn't allow the VAR guys to come and set up? They were stopped boarding and they weren't allowed to also come in. Yeah, the planning of this AFL, man. The planning of this AFL is something else. When you fly charter, you apply for permit. CAF doesn't get involved in transport issues. And that's why they should. Exactly. Thank you, agent. That's why they should. That's why they should. In fact, for all African competitions, CAF needs a travel sponsor. A travel sponsor. Sign a deal with Marriott, Bonvoy, Kenyan Airways or Ethiopian Airways, and make sure that the competition is easy to take part in. Because now, half the teams complain. Gavin Hunt was complaining, Guti, to go play a game as a super sport, just 27 hours. That's why he's sending kids to go play Confed away games, because 27 hours, really bad circumstances. Then they wonder why Abu Al Ali, Nabo Sundowns carry on playing these competitions, no worry. In fact, Motsepe said it in his AFL that launch. Ushilo, what you know, guys? I remember, what did he say? Yeah, he said, and I'm paraphrasing, he said he remembers when his family's team had won in 2015-16. He's like, they spent way more money than they got back. And that was part of the reason why they upped the prize money. But don't up the prize money. Get a travel sponsor. Get sponsors or put money towards making travel easier for the teams. You know? Sign a charter company or something, man. Even buses from airports is always a struggle. Hence, Sundowns traveling always goes 2 weeks before. Arrange everything. But I won't buy a kabacho. Oh, guys, what a boring game. But but then is Visit Rwanda going to help with the travel? Because I don't think they help with the travel. I think it's just a sponsor towards that prize money. Because the Visit Rwanda and what's the other one? There's another Visit Saudi. The two of them are just putting money towards the prize money, isn't it? Hence why Inimba had that issue, as Agent explained here. Yeah. Do they? Man, isn't Visit Rwanda the tourism thing? Yeah. Do they? Anyway, back to this boring game. 75th minute is still 0-0. Hey, Lodge is off the pace. He makes the right pass 2 seconds late. Oh, Mahopa, that was your chance, Mahopa. That was your chance. What a miss. Aike, Lepas is going to be making a comeback here. Lepas is going to make a comeback here. Free header. Free header. There we go. Lepasa's on the pitch. Yeah, Rwanda A, yes. Londo and Kimvidi were supposed to start the game. Hey, Theo, here comes Saleh. He's going back to basics because he's seeing that it's lit. Ulot is too slow, man. You can tell he's not match fit. He's just a second too slow, and his decision making has been very poor this game. Maybe Saleh can redeem himself. He was off form. Did they put him on the left? But he does interchange now. So let's see. Maybe he'll interchange in. He's gone back to his old team. The team that started the season. I remember the beginning of the season, he made a mistake by having Hotto on. And Hotto left the defense exposed. So then he put on, that's when Awashandu made it back into the team. So he's gone back to his old team, his original team, minus Umfukeng, obviously. But Kimvidi is basically playing that role. Hey, but Amazulu's playing. Amazulu's awake. Should have taken it back to him. Yeah, I was about to say Amazulu really wants to steal this game. They really want to steal this game. Counter, Butelezi. Okay, Londo's hiding. Oh. You see how Butelezi was shouting at him? Because Londo's role in the team is to make them tick. He gets the ball from the goalkeeper. I don't like where Tito's playing, to be honest with you. But maybe he can link up with Saleh. I don't understand it. Yeah, I don't understand why Tito is playing there. Because Erasmus is off. Take him out to the left and have Kimvidi play with him. That's what I'd do. I don't understand what they're doing right now. Zinhle. So must we blame you? But the Pirates will steal this 1-0. They should. On paper, they should. On paper, they should. But Amazulu's also waking up, eh? I think it's going to become a situation where it's either Amazulu takes advantage of Pirates not having a defensive mid and pushing Hotto as Stellenbosch has done before, or it's a situation where Amazulu start doing this high press, and then Pirates catches them off guard. Sundowns is going to a semi-final. I'm proud. Yes, the second half, Wahib. Sorry, the second half. I need to add something to my timer. Sorry about that. It's second half already. It's 79th minute. 10 minutes left of the second most boring match I watched over the past few days. But let's see. Pirates is pushing. You can see that. Pirates is pushing. They are going forward. Mara, I don't think it's going to be tough for them to score. If it's a goal, it's going to be a scrappy goal. When's Mudao? Okay, corner Pirates, 80th minute, 10 minutes left. But if there's one thing, you will grow. You will grow at Sundowns. That's the one thing. You will grow. If you can make it onto the pitch and make it into the coach's plans, you will grow. And it makes you wonder about the other teams, man. Makes you wonder. We're not seeing growth in many teams. My team is bad, man. Please don't talk about my team. Yeah, they don't have. That's why I'm like, Kev, man. Even the marketing of it. But is it Rwanda Air? Is it Rwanda Air a sponsor? I will take the draw. Lerate, you're taking a draw. Oh, they use Rwanda Air. Okay. But then why was it an issue for Inyimba to get in, or did Inyimba say no to the Rwanda Air? That's very interesting. That's very interesting. Yeah, agent, but we'll see. Maybe it's Inyimba going against what the guys wanted. But the quality of the games, the quality of the football is very high. AFL, very, very high. Also, CAF Champions League, very, very high. It's not this. Pirates must win this one to be confident for a league title. You know, Wahib, we always say that games in hand don't necessarily equal that you're already winning. You're going to win those games. I think if Pirates isn't careful, it could become a burden on them. They're playing today, they're playing on the weekend. It could become a burden. I just say go back to basics. This is the lineup he's been using for most of the season. Just carry on using it. Amazulu refuses to concede at home, says Tato. League is gone. Hey, Malulega's coming on. He's doing the same moves he did to Chiefs. He's trying to put the same moves on. Oh, Exton was playing. No? The man they used to call De Bruyne. They used to call him De Bruyne. I didn't see him in this game. The game in hands are the best way to be a better team. They need to find consistency. And Pirates suffers with consistency, I think. Pirates suffers. It's these games. It's a Tuesday night in KZN. How do you play? Can you win that game? That's what kills Pirates. And remember, guys, the gap last season wasn't a small gap. It was 16 points. Hey, Mahopa's having the... no, is that Lipasa? Oh. 83 minutes in, 0-0. Can Amazulu steal something here? I asked last time when we lost to Pirates and people said the gap between Downs and Pirates has closed. Nah, it's not closed. It hasn't closed. It hasn't closed. It hasn't closed. And it's not because of Sundowns. It's just that Pirates is not consistent. You only play Sundowns twice in a year. Well, in a season in the league. It's only twice. You don't play them 16 times. So these are the games that you need to win. Sundowns is very good at winning these games. That's the difference. So Pirates needs to learn how to win these games. Learn how to stop being emotional. Stop being emotional with it. Oh, Ndondlo. What happened? Did Ndondlo get injured? Ah, he's injured. Shame, man. He just got back. I feel like I've made Ndondlo my player. I even felt a bit sad there. Kaizer Chiefs fans and over. Hey. We overhyped them, eh? Pastor Shaka, I can't copy the link. Which flight company sponsors African Football League? I'll look at it. I'll look for it as well. I think Amazulu will do a Kaizer Chiefs on Pirates. His eye, is it his eye? Shame, man. That's why I called Jose an MTN Cup winning coach. No, Jose wins cups. But I think the thing that I always say is that winning the league and winning trophies is winning like cups is two different skills. You know? I think winning in the league or winning the league comes down to long-term pressure. So what you need to do if you want to exert the type of pressure that Pirates does, that Sundowns does on the league, Pirates needs to be dangerous. 4-0, 5-0, 3-0. And then what tends to happen then is that there's a fear that envelops the rest of the league. And when they come to you, they change their tactics. When they come to you, they're afraid. When they come to you, they've already decided that the game is done. That you do over time. Man City does that in the league. Barcelona, Real Madrid do that in La Liga, right? It's a different type of thing, but it needs you to be consistent for a while. And then for Cubs, it's any man for himself, but also it's easy to get up for Cubs. It's easy to get up for Cubs. Plus, it's a do or die. Manje, these ones, when you play a team that doesn't care whether they do or die, they're fine with a draw. It's a different skill. It's a different skill. And Pirates haven't mastered that skill. Yeah, it's his eye, he did say. Pablo, top dog, get it throw. Hey, Pablo Akakor. Jose is a sprinter and not a marathon runner. Thank you, Daniel. That's the best way. Then last season, talking points comes back to Jose winning 2 cups and Rulani the league. Who wins coach of the season? Ooh. Who would win coach of the season? I'd say I'd give it to Jose. If he were to win. Like, if Jose manages to win 2 trophies again, I'd give him that. Because in as much as we're saying that cups and leagues is a different thing, winning cups is difficult. So, hey, it's interesting. It's interesting. We'll see. Even if Rulani loses 1 game, that's the tough part, man. That's the tough part. I think the unfairness on Rulani is that he's not being judged on the league when they go into these things. The unfairness is that. But then do you count getting knocked out of the Carling Cup first round, losing MTNH, okay, fine, he got to the final. He's being judged on AFL and CAF, which is very unfair, I will say. That's why I had to think about it a little bit, because I'm like, am I judging Rulani for his league performances or not? You know? But then maybe the question should be, should the of the year awards be split? Like, you know how in America they have the MVP? Should we have the best coach and the most valuable coach? Would Jose and Rulani share those ones? most valuable, as in you might not win the league, but you were extremely valuable for your team. Do you think that would help? Let's see. League is always guaranteed for Sundowns. You see, Streets. That's why I'm like, ish. It's hard to balance it. It's hard to balance it. Yeah, I think Jose wins MVP. Yeah. It's hard to balance it, man. I don't know, actually. My gut feeling is to give it to Rulani because it is 30 games, whether you want to speak about it or not. But also, if you're the only other coach winning trophies, to me, Paris lacks creativity. Hence, even today, they're just running for nothing. I think they made the changes too late. But coach of the season strictly for the league, to be honest, because get Dstv coach of the season. That's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true. So then, by default, it's Rulani then. I think it has to be Rulani. It has to be Rulani. But if we were to do like a PSL coach of the season, let's say Jose Rivero won 2 trophies again, and then he also he won 2 trophies, and then Rulani won the league, and we did a PSL coach. What would it be? Malum, do you support Sundowns crusade in Africa? I do. I support Sundowns. It's just the fans. Oh, the fans. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, guys, we're doing this for South Africa. Minute you win that league, minute you win that thing, it becomes, who's got a star? Look who won it, That's the only thing. I'll support Sundowns in Africa, but I'm not going to support Sundowns, the team and the fans. Ay, 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 ay. Paris will not win the league playing like this. We can't. And Mtandeni, it goes back to that question I asked you guys. Or the point I made. Pirates need to learn how to win these games. Win games when there's no fans. Win games when the other team is not pound for pound. Win games when you're not feeling well. Win games when, you have to learn how to win games. And I think the key to that is that Pirates needs to play at a tempo. If they don't play at a high tempo, they just, they don't know what to do, So that's what I believe, right? And that's why Pirates struggled in the league. Sundowns goes and versus Richards Bay when you have to win 1-0 and everything is against you, they get the points. You get what I mean? When it's not your day for whatever reason, they grind out the points. Manje, our team, Chiefs, nabo Pirates, but Pirates, no. Sorry, let me not disrespect the Pirates. When Pirates is playing, if it's not up, if it's not this, they can't do anything. If you can frustrate them, you frustrate them. Pirates went on how many losses now? Well, not losses now, but they lost to Stellenbosch, right? They lost to Sundowns. They lost to Jwaneng. Those are tough matches. It's different. They need to learn how to do something different. It's not a cup. Pirates don't play Clarissa. Chiefs have Ngobo, but they don't play. What's up with that? At least Pirates has people in the 10. At least Pirates, the player who was playing was Mfukeng. So I understand it. Utito, I understand them starting. It Chiefs, they refuse. We're not going to see a 10 at Kaizer Chiefs. Hopefully Kevin Johnson changes it, but for now we're not going to see a 10. 93rd minute, guys. Apologies for the time up at 93rd minute. Still 0-0. League game. One of the games in hand. Pirates is not careful. Pirates is not careful. Winning EPL is easy. Allow Pirates to play at a high tempo at your own risk. If you slow down the games, Yakala. Thank you, Unkabetsi. Thank you. Pirates doesn't know how to impose their pace on a team themselves. It always takes something. It always takes something. City have competition. Do you believe me when I say Kevin can change Chiefs' fortunes and play good players? We'll see. We'll see. Chiefs has a way of breaking people, but we'll see. Hopefully he's stronger than whatever Chiefs does to guys. Pirates! Ah! He did everything right, Tito. Then he got under the ball. Aye. Hey, that would have been a banger. Oh, that would have been a banger. Flick over. That would have been a banger. Maybe he should have let... Was that Ulipasa standing in front of him? Let's see. Lepasa would have been offside. Lepasa would have been offside if he took it the first time. Maybe Tito should have put it down for him. 1 minute left. 1 minute left, Pirates fans. Amazulu is about to steal a draw here. 1 minute. Hey, they gave away a corner. Heard someone say Paris will compete with Sundowns. Nah. Sundowns is ahead, guys. I think the biggest point that showed that maybe Pirates isn't at the level was not qualifying for the Champions League. Oh, did he end it early? Ooh, ningakali, guys. Ningakali. Nizokhala ngorev. Nizokhala ngorev. Okay, there we go, guys. Full time. Ooh, what a boring match. What a boring match. Guys, as you know, at the end, everybody can jump in. I give you 2 minutes. Say your piece. We're going to analyze this game properly tomorrow. So feel free to request, and then we can go from there. Let me just get the first guys in. Agent, hi man. What was that?
Hi, wena cellular. Hi, wena cellular. But no, it's like what I was. I don't know, but I think I wasn't watching the game. I want to pretend I watched the game, but I think that's what we always say about Pirates. You know, I don't have to watch the game and say, but why does Pirates struggle against the so-called smaller teams? You know, why is it that when the tempo is low, like Unkabita said, Pirates struggle against the low block? Pirates struggle. You know, at what point do we look at Justin and say, but you're a coach, why are you finding a solution for this? You know. And I think this is what we always say about games in hand, eh? They're not necessarily points in the bag, you know, and they're the most difficult points to win, because at the back of our mind, we're calculating that, you know what, if I win my games in hand, I can catch up on Sundowns or whatever, you know, and that becomes difficult. But we'll see, guys. Hard like Packers fans, but I'm happy as Sundowns fan, guys. I'm happy.
Hi, hey, Sundowns. Hey, kumnandi kuba Sundowns. Belile, ngibonile uyangena uyaphuma.
Kunjani mntakababa?
No, ngiright njani ngawo?
No, ngiyaqolisa ukungena ngiphuma mani, bekhona besaphuthuma la ngaphandle kumele ngikuattend. So kodwa ngazi ngizalithola ithuba lokuthi ngingene.
Uyibone njani le match? Uyibone njani le match ngoba mina hayi. Ibibhora le match.
You see mntakababa, this thing it goes back to what we were discussing, like I think a day before yesterday, about coaches and planning. You see, these guys have already packed the bus, low block already. Is it a rule now not to substitute the first half? Why are coaches not substituting on the first half? Why? Because these guys, they're not here to play. It's a low block. They're always diving down. But from the first minute, you can see, change the strategy. There was no need to stay with Ubaloni no Munare for the whole of first half. Change. How many chances has he created? And then you only put in Maxwell like 20 minutes, but you had a chance as a coach to change the whole approach game from first half, guys. Like really, this is what we really have to complain about every day. Our coach is not watching soccer now, or do they just do their own thing? Must stick away whether it's working or not. Because it's not a sin to substitute. If you have to make a substitution in the first 20 minutes, so be it. Change the approach. These guys are not here to play. They want a draw. That's why they will waste time. Change the approach. That's it. This was a boring game. And it was this game was there for a taking.
Hi, if I you've got
it's iyakwanisa because you've got, are these guys getting paid for playing soccer really?
And also, no,
Because
and I like
these
that
guys, this
point,
is what
and I like that point because Jose has been speaking about Pirates playing low block for I don't know how many months now with the games that they've played. He
yeah,
also knows it.
he knows. Good, they will come, and it seems like even the team, they've already figured out priority. Once you can play a low block, you know what you have killed them. They won't have a plan. You've got experienced players like Aboloch. For 70 minutes, you're running down the left flank. You are doing the same thing of square pass, but the policy for 70 minutes. Guys, come on. Hayi,
Hey,
ezinto yazosilalisa kabuhlungu. You know, sometimes we look forward to see these games. Sikhamba namanga kumele sibone abomama sithi siyasebenza. Kanti sibukela ibhola emakhoneni besiqeda sizobukela into enje.
ngiyaqamba mangamthengela ikit na akujoyine.
Hayi, hayi,
Let me bring
yeah,
in Tandeni. Veli, thank you so much. Veli, there's another one. Thank you so much. He's a member on YouTube. Thank you so much for your support, my brother. Thank you so much for your support. Tandeni. Hi, man. Hi.
Mfethu mina nawe mfethu izoqhathiswe network wasafuna ukungifaka bra.
Angithi ngibona abantu bangimele bangake.
Mchad. Endoda khona no man. No. But I think mina on my side mfethu players are ill disciplined. I will tell you mfethu. Like
Okay.
there is no agency. There is absolutely no agency. Amazulu they're playing low block. Then balala phansi, they cause unnecessary delays, balandi ibhola in time. Parents need to understand ukuthi if the team you're playing with doesn't come into the party, you need to take the party by yourself.
Thank you.
Take ball.
Yeah.
So parity is a good reflector of the opposition team that they're playing with. Yeah. If the team is idlala manga or they're playing a low block, not is the very same thing. We sell Pagamisi ball. That is not how it's supposed to be. We're supposed to take control from the very first minute. We have senior players. Abakdala bakhona boloch mfethu. When they won over and over again. If you guys see which we cannot play, but we played football. I'm sure we all played football. If you see which on the left flank we cannot get in, overload one side in fact. Get Loch on that side, get Maswangani in the middle. Sizama penetrate. We find the space. The only thing sometimes is discipline. Simple thing, discipline. Lento ukuthi Jose angakwazi ukuthetha, angakwazi ukukhuluma and shout to the players. It's what's costing us because everybody knows which even if I can do mistakes, my coach will console me and applaud me for doing things with being eating Yazama. Parity is a very high institution. We cannot make such mistakes. Abondade getting yellow card for no reason because they are frustrated. We cannot play. So if no matter how hard we can train, if we are not disciplined, we are not disciplined. Erasmus, they're holding the ball too much. I don't understand. We used to play football whereby if we're playing with a team that plays low block, we score one goal, let them do whatever they want to do with the ball. If they want to, it's up to them. But what you need to do, Tina, as a team, score one goal, then take the game into their hands. Then we're going to score more goals.
Something different in J. If we look here, left is not working. Okay, Tina, best khuluma. Okay, fine. Maybe we are swapper no Tito side like something.
But in this case, bro, what I will tell you, I'm saying that this discipline comes first. Discipline is the key. These players, I will tell you now, I saw the players are not disciplined. Why I'm saying that, if you look at the way we're playing football, we see we cannot score. That is the fact. We cannot score. It kept here is so down about it. He's cool with it that we cannot score. As a captain, you need to shout at players. We need to mark. We need to attack. That is philosophy of us as Pirates. This is how we play. The very same way we play. We cannot keep quiet when a player can't even make one cross. Ubalon is doing silly mistakes. CPZ, Abalon get into the game. No, as a captain, sometimes we need to shout at players to say, remember, Mfetula, we need points. Here we came for points. How they play, how they are taking us, it's up to them. But we need a golden point.
Yeah, but I'm going to jump in just for time. We'll speak about it properly tomorrow. Thank you so much, Mtandeni. Here's the Seven's network. Hey, Spongy network, man. Let me bring it to Daniel. Daniel, how are you?
I'm good on yourself, my brother.
Okay, I'm bored, man. Boregile, man.
Ska borega, man. Ska borega.
How did you see this game?
You know what? Like what the other callers were saying, it's very evident. The thing is, the thing is, your teams like Chiefs, Pirates, SuperSport to struggle against these teams is because during the week they know that, for example, Pirates is going to play Amazulu. Amazulu, they play a low block. They will never come out. So now, as a coach, what do you tell your players during the course of the week leading up to the match day? Because I believe somehow you need to take risks. If you see that a team is playing a low block, there's ways to pull them out. Hence, I was talking about creative players. Pirates, they don't have creative players. It's just players that we love to see on TV. They don't have creative players. Because if there was creative players, they could play your schemes like your build-up schemes, 1-2 combination, 1-2 shoot. Because the criteria for scoring, I believe, drag your opponent out, shoot to score, and then play wide. You see that wide, you cannot play. Down the middle, you cannot play. You can resort to shooting, but they don't do that. Because why? Here's where my concern lies. Pirates, when it comes to league games, they are not confident enough. Because they believe that if I shoot, I miss, then it's gonna be a burden on me. But it's another thing when they play cups. There they play to enjoy. You can see that they are fighting to win games. But league games, they are just the consistency, it's out. No ways.
No, we'll speak about it probably tomorrow, my brother. We'll speak about it probably tomorrow. Let me bring in the other guys who are waiting. Malume Kutso, 0-0, ke le tjhaetse.
Yeah, I never shebile loaf brown fella on the table for 90 minutes. Like loaf brown here. What do you say? Guy.
Lanza pata ka di last minute. Lanza paloni ka di last minute.
So good. But let me be honest. Nah? I don't know how other people see it, but let me personally be honest. This is how we play. Whether we're playing against Sundowns, this is exactly how we play. The difference is the scoreboard. We are a team of fine margins, and we got the very same chances we usually get. If anyone watches Pirates, Mahopa should have scored, and we would have been here celebrating.
You would have been 3-0 winners. If Mahopa scored 1, you guys would have won by 3 or 4.
We actually got Boma 4 good chances. We got the Mahopa chance. There was a ball that Lodge decided to cross when Umahopa was standing right next to him. He could have laid it. There's another ball where Usaling decided to take it off with Tito's feet. There's that clear chance where Tito had a rush of blood to his head when Ulipas had made sure that he's free, but he decided to sky the ball. There's a chance where Munare also skied the ball. We could have scored Boma 3-4. If you the entertainment go Pirates is not necessarily from build-up play or anything. It's always from the goals that come in, and then, like you always say, we start seeing Alauma 1-2 around and everything. But this is how we play.
Is it a situation of this is how you play? It'll work some days. It'll not work other days.
It will work if players concentrate.
Okay.
I mean, if that chance, you see, at the end of the season, when we lose the league by 2 points, it's only then where we will ask, evidence. How did you not score? When you're all alone, what happened? We'll understand where we will ask Lodge. How did you not pass with evidence when he was all alone and decided to go for the most difficult ball? We'll understand. Boma Saleng. Why would you take the ball off Maswanga's foot when he's about to score? Oh, I understand. So I watched the game and I just thought, if one chance goes in, then the narrative will change. But the truth is, this is how we play. And one thing I want everyone who watched this game, when you grow old, guys, and you have children, please tell them the truth that Amazulu players are not legends of the game. They used to come to games and sleep the whole 90 minutes and be afraid to play football. Imagine you are a striker and your coach tells you, the first thing you must do, boy, when the ball comes to you, sleep on the ground. I want you to see you sleeping there. If you are not snoring, you like what?
I wasn't no side. So let me get some space. Everybody else streets. I don't know, man. They tried, I guess, at the end, but it was too late.
I mean, for me, now with Pirates, it's the same old. No consistency. They struggle with consistency. Every time is the same. Under one, who was that? Is it Mandla Ngigazi? It was the same thing. Consistent. Zimbabwe. There's no consistency. So this team doesn't have that consistency in the league. In the Cups, yeah, they can beat these teams, but in the league they struggle. But how you get consistency, I think, is through doing the same thing over and over again until the players understand it, such that it comes naturally. So I think like how Arsenal are playing right now, you see Arsenal, they were building up, then they came to a point where they're now starting to be consistent. Now you can go into the game thinking Arsenal will win. So I think Pirates are on that phase where they are still getting to that point where their results will be inconsistent. They'll win this one, they'll win. But the point that I'm trying to make is that eventually they'll get there, but fans need to be patient and stop thinking that they're going to win the league. That's not going to happen. Sundowns have mastered that art. They play the same way. They will do their schemes and whatnot, but eventually they already have mastered that art. So Pirates are still getting there. So I think
but
fans
isn't
must
it worrying that Jose Rivero himself has highlighted this issue of low blocks and them not being able to play with low blocks? He still hasn't figured it out, and this is now, Pirates is the second best team in the league, yes, but also people are acting as though Pirates is 2 points away from Sundowns. They were 16 points away.
Okay, with low blocks, how you deal with low blocks just depends on the quality of the players you have. Like, I want to use Liverpool. So when Liverpool signed Thiago, they had that problem that they were playing on one speed. It was the same speed as gegenpressing. Until at some point, Klopp was like, guys, now we need a player that can unlock those passes. And that player is in Londo. But you see, when Londo is injured, now we have a problem. Because, okay, we can see Lodge is not match fair. He's not really up to par. Sudden came in, didn't make a difference. Masongani is off. So you have a lot of these factors that are just coming in. But for the low blocks, you need that individual brilliance, that talent that a player can just produce moments. And currently, the Pirates players are not. No one is really coming to the party to add that. And Sundowns is gone with the league, guys. 16 points. It's gone, guys. I think Pirates can challenge next season properly. That's how I see it. I think now Jose is his first season. This is his second. Now he's growing. Next season he shouldn't have no excuse because now he's familiarized with himself and he's grown with the team. So I just think fans must just stop having high expectations.
Okay. But can he do it on a cold Tuesday in Moses Mabhida? That is the question.
When Amazulu are playing like this, parking a truck. Guys, come on.
Let me bring in a step further. Streets, we're going to talk about this properly tomorrow. Stepfather, uboneni lana?
Bavukamba kanjani?
Hayi mane ngathi ngingalala man.
Hayi mina mfethu
Umphetho wami ngoba le match yabhora, beyibhora.
Disappointed bavu. Ish. Angazi kwenzakalani but unabadlali bethu lapha kuBhakania angazi noma umaswanganye ngalama game awu5 awadlali kahle. Then usevela wathi no sengifikile manje sebengibonile. Ngizobe ngibakwe next season because akasekho lo mfana angazi kwenzakalani. Uzamile ukuvela last minute sengena uNdlondlo but then after sophuma uNdlondlo futhi waphinda waphela. Ulodge mfethu Ulodge star player se team. Amabhola bewathola esayidini ezele nayo A1 adecide cross ibhola. And uyabona ukuthi amabhola akrossa awaye kumuntu. Why libe likhosana nebhola? Why ungangeni kube bekushaya story penalty? umdala lo ndoda ngabe ngena phakathi bekushaya isithole penalty but still wenza the same thing wazowaphuma one thing uthola ibhola uyaqalaza uyacross aliki umuntu ngizela thola uKevin Vudu kayi-1 nakhona lapha shaya khona i-bicycle kick but the rest ama-cross wakhe behamba emoyeni nje
Yeah. Ne-decision making yakhe. Ama-decisions wakhe. Yo.
hayi and then le nto nalo Kimi Vudu ngeza abantu abaningi bafuna uKimi Vudu aqala igame uKimi Vudu uyambona ukuthi uyivile uNtswembu bathi uyabona ngathi uyivile that's why ucoach amfaka late ngizama ukuphendula abantu abahlezi bekhana ngoKimi Vudu ukuthi why uKimi Vudu engaqala igame leyo uyayibona intswembu but iyivile that's why ucoach ayifaka late because le game le besibuka sonke nami bengathi coach keeper uma amaswanganye ufaka uKimi Vudu because badlala into efanayo but then ucoach ufuna ukumfaka lesikhathi amazi ukuthi uzodlala lesikhathi lesi abe grand because ilazy le uyayibona ngisho bamba ibhola ukuthi ilazy but izokudlala but ilazy imile endaweni endaweni eyi-1 abosale ngangazi kwenzakalani ngabo noma usithola intombi entsha or kwenzakalani ayiphelile ngayo enye into problem ngifuna ukuyitshela abalandi babhakaniya is like ucoach makuyiwa kwi-cup game nakuyiwa kwi-league game awuthiwa ama-message abatshela abadlala awafani it's like masodlala i-league game kuthiwa guys go there sidlale but then sine-cup game ebalulekile the way ngibona ngakhona izinto ukuthi guys go out there play but make sure ukuthi u-available for i-cup game because uma bedlala kwi-cup game they don't do lento abayenza lapha yabo uma kuthiwa sidlala i-quarterfinal ne-Richards Bay uzobona ngeke kube the same players but different mentality because kwi-cup game they know ukuthi we're gonna win this cup game and then come second round of the season they will play and win those games just like how they did last season because last season if you remember sidlale ama-game I think of 5-6 winner shama ama-win towards the end of the season. So I want to know message guys, we cannot win the league now. Let's just focus on these cups and then so nama cup. Then after that, yes, ama league games. Maybe the season comes to the daily league.
Okay, no. Sizayikhuluma kahle kusasa. Ngiyabonga unjoina. Butlari, are you with me?
I'm with you, man. How are you?
I'm good. Oh, you're back to watching football now.
Ash, man. When you love something, you love something.
Tell me, what did you think of this game?
I think, look, for me, Orlando Pirates is Orlando Pirates. They don't seem to be wanting to do something that they have to do, and they don't seem to be convincing when they need to come up and fight for 3 points. And what hurts me the most is, I always said this, I think I've said this a billion times here, a league is not won by winning against Sundowns.
Yes.
You can take 6 points from Sundowns, but the win it's won against the other 14, 15 teams. So that's what Sundowns has mastered. But you can't go to Amazulu. You know Amazulu plays a low block. You don't put pressure on Amazulu. It's like now you go straight to a low block instead of forcing Amazulu out. And I hear people saying Pirates does not have creative players. Pirates has creative players. But is the coach able to make those creative players be able to play in between the lines? Forces the players to move away from their defensive line, their low block. They don't do that. It seems like Pirates, people are saying football is a game of small margin, most especially on cup games. Pirates on cup games, they win it because defensively they become very, very disciplined. When it comes to attacking, they get that one chance. Like you saw, they score, and then that's it. Against Sundowns, they go to the penalties. You can tell that it's not a team that they can play 6 games and be convincing. So on cup games, yes, they'll take cups because they're defensively disciplined. They get that 1-2 chances, they score, and then they go back to low block. But anyway, he's doing what he has to do. I think he doesn't care about the league as long as he has won the hearts of fans by winning the cups, I guess.
He's bought his time.
Exactly. So, but yeah, it's football after all, guys. We'll see what's going to happen. But I want to say congratulations to Masandawana. Quality football. I'm a Kaizer Chiefs fan, but I'm a Kaizer Chiefs fan, man. You know me. But what I've seen from Mundawe today, guys, I respect Rulani from improving a player. He plays with confidence. But we'll talk about him tomorrow.
We'll
But
talk
anyway,
about
guys,
it probably
cheers, love you
tomorrow.
all time, man.
Thank you, my guy. Thank you, my guy.
Awe.
Tio, Ushilo, what is 0-0? Yaphela kwi 0-0. Ushilo.
It's sad though. It's very sad, guys. Ngiyabezwa bonke abantu, including ama-supporters Pirates. Guys, to be honest, I think Pirates tried, guys. Just that it was too late. The coach left it too late. But I think second half, guys, after Enzelento Yamtake, 65 minutes, my substitute, I think they tried, man. They tried. I think the chances that they had the excellent Maswanga at the end, Mahopa, as they were saying, guys, they could have buried the game. But also, it comes to one thing about those chances that they have. Are they able to understand, if they convert them, they stand a greater chance of competing with Sundowns? Or is it a matter of saying, we score, then we're going to enjoy a win, But if you understand that you are playing to compete or to target Sundowns, it will make a difference. But Bexel is like is what I said to you. Sundowns, they don't need to play pretty football, guys. Okay, I was watching them today, Joy Badlala. Like, they played pretty football. I don't want to lie to you. That's why they were moving the ball. Running was on fire. But you watch them go Premier League, it's like, guys, get the 3 points, and that's it.
Yeah.
Don't try to be busy, shine piano, So I think for me, Pirates, they have quality players. They made mistakes by playing Erasmus as a 10. They should have used him as a false 9.
Yes.
Mahopa should have not started. They did the same mistake that we did. Amazulu, they packed the pass. When you pack the pass, you put a Ranga and Mahopa there, you playing to the advantage. That's why Loichi was told, bring in the crosses. You bring in the crosses for Ubani because they were going to be busy. But they would be pushing Lomfanalona off the ball. So obviously it's going to be useless. So I think for me, it was a good game, guys. I think it was the first half. It was a boring game, boring. But second half, at least pace pick up it. Abalale ngenxeba.
Mara the second half, mara the second half before, man. But it's fine. Sizakhuluma kahle kusasa. Abuti. Hey, team how man, team how. Why is it mnati le kora bo 5 goals mara. Ako bora so tshwantse le win.
Wa bona buti kore today ke batla go bua lona go dutse ko ntle ke shebe dinkanyesi. I can understand Rwetsana. O go itea mini na. Ka se pheta ba tshojwa. Ai ba futa. Bangani ga disbugeli intwana zethu zikhahlele ibhola kuma trial. Ba fitwa. Ba fithi kyalana abuti Pirates.
Again, let's low block. Coach white low block. Every time ka press conference or hey low block. Maralika there's no answers.
I want a low block. It all says I said low block. Say cross or low block. It all to Tilakaruna. From each and every team, it all the way Amazulu Jalanga. And our coach Mule na about to Gama Chitaman chance. Give games of a Machitaman chance. Give other players the chance, but Sisanu do see that. Bobo Evanga. Ana Injarana next. Okay, you get game titles once I prove it. We cannot each and every time it's only pass hard to change. Look at to the transition Pirates. What was happening there?
Yeah.
Buffett. Okay, back for your sharp. And the Kupa Boots are with Lanka Is Maelo in injury or decided on Mayfrance? I think
he was on injury last I checked.
After all that.
I think last I checked he was on injury. I'll have to go look.
I know, man, Buffett. Pirates, man, we must get points. We must retro header. We must. It's a must. Look at David Ebelio, not Tabai.
Kevin Johnson wale sharpa. That's
me. As my uncle, as my master, it's a difficult man.
Iriki Kenyan Salama. Thank you. Abuti Salama. Welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
I'm good, my brother. Hey, this game was boring. What a
Hey.
boring game. Yeah. In the beginning of the league, in the tournaments, I feared Pirates so much. Like they scored 4 goals in games. I was like, I don't want to play against this team. But now I no longer fear them. I want them. Now I want them. I know Kevin Johnson is gonna do the things there. In fact, I want them now. You know how they are playing now. I don't want them to improve. I wanna play them now so that we beat them like 3-0 and teach them something. These guys are Pirates, man. He's not doing the right thing for now.
But
In fact,
again,
when I
we go into another game where Pirates is facing a low block. At what point do we ask questions of Uchoze and say, my guy, now you've spoken about this issue, but it doesn't seem like you know what to do with it.
As the fans of Paris are saying that there are ways to deal with this thing, and you just need to be creative, as a coach and as players, just to make them force their hand, man. Make them want to come out of the box in a way. I don't know how Sundowns does it, but Sundowns is good at that. Like they will play the ball in your half. They'll play it so beautifully up until you're like, "Hey, fuck it, man! I'm gonna do something," And then Pirates is trying to play that football position wise, but they're failing, man. They're playing high tempo. I don't know why they need to play high tempo, man. Just relax, touch the ball, do something with it. Just don't lose the ball in their area. Then you can force them to come out of their low block and try to play football. But Pirates, I want them. When are we playing with Pirates as Chiefs?
Isn't it in 2 weeks' time or something like that? 2 weeks' time?
Yeah.
I
That's
think
good,
so.
Mus. That's good.
No, my brother Salama, thank you for joining me. We'll catch it up properly tomorrow.
Sharp.
Kolani, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm right, Dosi. How are you?
Man, I don't know what I watched there, man. Nothing I wish I had a pillow with me somewhere, because
I mean, it was even worse. Angazi noma mhlawumbe ukuthi bengiqale ngabuka the beautiful game, the more quality
Sundowns.
football. Yeah, Sundowns, because I managed to ukuthi ngibuke last 5 minutes of each halves. Yeah. So engakusho nje nge-Pirates, I think Pirates players chooses games based. When they played kwi-league, ayikho leyo aggression le bayifakayo when it comes to cup games. Yabo. And to i-point le low block, semi-final against Stellenbosch, they faced it eyidlala low block. Yabo, bebedlala Stellenbosch, and they were able to come with the answers. Bakhona bit. So hence why I'm saying choose a game, bona ama-players first. I won't blame coach first. I think mentality my players Pirates. So ngingasho lokho nje for now, because ngibuke like last 15 minutes of each halves. Bengibhizi lapha top quality football.
Hey, sizayikhuluma nge-top quality football kusasa. Ngizathini ngiyababona baphanya la ema-commentini wami. But it's fine. Thank you. Uflo, i-right network, is the network fine, my brother?
Yeah, grand.
Hayi man, waze wathenga ifoni entsha man, at least ungenile. Uyibone njani le game?
Hayi, ngiyibonile ngale ndlela niyibona ngayo, idlala idraw, bathetha kakhulu. Bebengayazi uba boze badlalise. In their heads bona batya kwatim. Baphila nge-imaginations ezininzi. And ke ngoku ke Amazulu prove them wrong uba le nto beyikade ithethwa ngabo ayikho. And ungawujonga kwigame yabo ye-Sundowns, they created no chances kula final. Andihlobo bathi uphela ngayo bathi hayi players had played well, andayazi uba ngomlo uplay wena bathetha ngayo kanjalo ke. Yabona ke namhlanje basuse kule high horse yabo. Bawubaza abantu. Bathule kwi-high horse, big mouths, bathetha great. Ingathi bangatya kwatimi bona in their heads. And funeka bayazi, football does not go like that. Awuvele uplane ucima kwatimi uzodlala nayo zayitya. Izakwenzeka nakwi-more games. Singethuki ngedraw, kusezuluze.
Manje ngitshele
Le
ngifuna
nto
ukubuza
niyibona.
ngaleyo if bangakhoni on these days ukushaba Amazulu yiwo lama game that lose them the league, that make sure ukuthi I distance between bona ne Sundowns is so big. Why is it that the Pirates man ayikhona ukuvala lama game lawa babe consistent nyana?
And ke wena uthi le nto ithethayo, i-chances will be slim if they cannot beat a team ezincinci. Yeah, if they cannot beat a team, beyazi more problems are coming because teams will figure them, because it's not like create too much chances abantu, but kubo fans the Pirates in their heads they're creating chances esingaziboniyo team. Otherwise ayite agree network yabo.
Hayi no. Sizakhuluma kahle kusasa. Thank you Flo. Zesho. Hey, salungela boring football man sayibu. Yo, hi man. Na igame bora.
Ngibukela i-second half asakhona ukulibukela lonke bengibukela ikapu yelo.
Unamanga uqala ke 10 minutes walala.
Ayibangakithi ayazi neAmazulu njengoba futhi bedlala nathi same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing, but I'm a bit disappointed with Pirates. Ngathi they are focusing kakhulu like they focus kuma cups or bawinile bakhohlwa ama-league games angazi ukuthi bavele ba-switch off uma the games. It's not the first, if you've noticed. They've been doing this this wire khona manje baku-number 11 or basazodlala ama-game anzima kunama-team nathi basazodlala nathi angeke sibe understand. So ucoach wabo ucoach we-Pirates kumele ulungise lapha mara ngibonile first second half leyo ngiyibukele mekuhlangana mekungahlangani mekuyisiphithiphithi-nyana ayi angazi mekwenzakalani like amachita like awadlali leyo mewadlala ngakhona njengoba mekadlala ama-final game. So mina I think ukuthi yazi ama-team mewadlala ama-final game kumele azifundise ukuthi noma badlala ama-league game kube ngathi ama-final game bangathathi ama-3 points ngathi akusi-next. So kumele nje into ye-mental nje like basadakwe i-MTN 80 and then obvious mentally basacabanga nge-black label ukuthi you're going to win black label, like ifocus yabo ishiftile kancane basafuna ama-black label. So kuzoba nzima for bona. I think bazostruggle next maybe coming 2-3 games eligini. He might take i-black label njengoba ngisho vele ngithi ngathi focus yabo ikuma cup league ngathi bayibekele eceleni kancane kumele bayaza mentality leyo yabo. So but equality banayo mfethu. So
Mara, isn't these the games that win you a league or get you closer to Sundowns? Ngoba yazi masikhuluma nge-Pirates sikhuluma as though last season and maybe this season they're very close to Mamelodi Sundowns, but the truth is they were 16 points last season and he was a game lawa that killed the Pirates.
Yeah, ukhuluma ivari yiyo lama game lawa mekumele ba-capitalize ngawo, at least bathatha ama-3 points ngoba njengoba ngisho vele basazodlala ama-game a-difficult, basazodlala nabo I think babo Arrows, I understand akusazoba nzima. So I think right kumele bathathe i-advantage ngalama game nyana lawa ngoba mina eAmazulu vele ayikho like baya-defend eAmazulu, they wanna go for a counter. So I think they should have picked up 3 points easily. Even some other games past nje mekumele nje ba-pick up ama-3 points kulama game bawadlalele kini. So it's going to be difficult for them ukuthi ba-recover. Hence I'm still saying ukuthi they're going to play difficult matches. I'm not sure what's their next game. I think it's Polokwane. Is it league game or is it
Let me see. Next game yabo is cheaper.
Uyabona into
pound.
esikhulumayo we-pound for pound, so singa-expecta i-draw nalapho or maybe cheaper ibashaye, like kuzoba nzima. They should have picked up i-3 points. I-energy yabo man, i-energy ye-Pirates ayingifanelanga ne-final game ye-Sundowns, ayingifanelanga nalezi game ame badlala i-last 16 yabo e-Black Label njengoba bashaya either imbili. So I think they must fix it. Bazoba nenkinga.
Sizayikhuluma kahle kusasa. Thank you Zesho for joining me.
Alright, sure, so good.
Look guys, 16 points is 5 wins and a draw. That's how far Pirates was from Sundowns. These are the games. Like I say, you don't measure yourself versus our Sundowns by saying Sibashaile, or we played well in the final, or we played like this when we played that. You measure yourself by the league. And when you play in the league, these games, random Tuesdays in October, are the ones that you need to win in order to find yourself second place, find yourself closer to the top, right? Because Sundowns does this all the time. Yes, there are games, Golden Arrows, where they won 4-0, for example. There are games where they play the most beautiful sweeping football. But there are games where it's tough and it's a low block and it's raining and everything is going wrong and people are injured. But you have to find ways to win those games, because those are the games that win you leagues. It's the consistency that you have to show. Now, my question still remains. How close is Orlando Pirates to Sundowns? Should I say close or far? Actually, how close or how far is Orlando Pirates from Sundowns? Because these are the games that show you. You get what I mean? And the one question I have of Jose Rivero is, for weeks now, he's been talking about low block. Every day when he comes out in the press conference, low block. It's time for you to earn your money. It's time for you to show that you are a coach and that you're going to solve a problem. Because this problem has now presented itself a few times, and trust and believe that a lot of the teams in the league are going to look at you and do the exact same thing. So then at what point do you fix the problem? Our coaches, I've said a lot about our coaches in the league, Jose aside. A lot of our coaches don't know how to answer questions. A lot of them play one way, and that way might be good today versus Amazulu. It might be great tomorrow versus Chippa United. The next game we could lose 3-0, but we're going to do the same thing every single time, instead of looking at what are these people doing and how do you answer the questions? How do we change how we play? How do we update the things we do? How do we counter what they're giving us? And that's where Abo Sundowns kill us all in the league. All 15 teams. That's where they kill us. So I want to see Jose, man, show us that, he's at the level. 3 games in hand, 2 games now. It doesn't seem as though they're as confident, or you should be as confident with those games as we were going into this. I mean, for me, these 3 games, I'd counted them. I was looking at Pirates getting 9 points and then going up to second or third place. And then because of the games that they've missed. But we'll see how it pans out. We'll see how they play. This was a boring game, man. That was a boring game. Amazulu, Nabo, it seems like that's the tactic for them. Because they don't have a striker, they're just going to be there and hope to see out a game and hope to get a draw and hope to steal at the end. And that's not very good football. But it kept Pirates quiet today. Maybe we should be a little bit worried about the Pirates because, outside of the MTN 8 win, there's been a couple of losses that came. So maybe they need to find the consistency. Maybe they need to get bigger than a cup team. Like, stop thinking about these cups and start taking this into consideration, these games into consideration too, if you want to be rated very highly and compete and be the second place team that we know Pirates can be. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. Street says that the Chiefs game was worse. Oh, way worse. No, way worse. That's why I said this game is the second worst game I've watched over the past few games. Second most boring game. But thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you to the commenters. Thank you to the guys who jumped on the panel. We will dissect this game tomorrow, 12:30. You know, the normal show is Monday to Friday, 12:30 in the afternoon. Monday to Wednesday at 8 p.m. If there are watch-alongs of the big three, we do go ahead and watch those games. We'll also speak about the Sundowns and how they played, how amazing they played. No, I'm kidding. They did very well over there. But I'll see you guys tomorrow, 12:30. Bye, guys.